Maybe I should actually. Oh, wait, I hear my voice. Hold on. I hear my voice somewhere. Ah! There we go. Well, hi there. Let me just go to Discord, link a few things. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. Now we're playing with vanilla. Andrew, hello. This is not weeb. This is not weeb at all. This is like animated. This is just like a cartoon. It's not even anime art style. You can't call me chat. You gotta earn the weeb. All right. This is not weeb. This is the opposite of weeb. It's a pretty background though, isn't it? Very, I like this like off-center kind of background, you know? I like how the particle effects are completely, ooh, there's a giant one, are like completely independent of like her. I just thought that was funny. I was like, oh, it's a cute background. I'll use it. Why not? See what's up? Well, actually, I think the particle effects, one second, let's test this. Oh yeah, look at that. The particle effects are like completely offset of her. Well, that's weird. That's a weird setup, chat, but by golly, they did it. All right, I think that's pretty enough. Add that. All right, minimize that, close that. Okay. I think today is the day we make click the banana. So first, before we start, let's pull up the final tutorial we're gonna do before we start, which is game programming, SDL. We're gonna learn mouse events. And then once we're done with mouse events as a tutorial, which is might be a bit of a longer one, we're just gonna create a whole new file from scratch. Now, I did mess around with Visual Studio last night, kind of played around with it and updated a few things. The biggest overhaul that you guys didn't see was that we messed around with textures specifically. So the texture function, let me explain to you kind of what's going on here. Okay, hold on. Oh God, oh Jesus, hold on. I clicked the wrong button. Ugh. Okay, this needs bloop, and then right there. Okay, so the texture function is this one, the load texture. It used to be significantly different. This is like, I experimented around, and this is like the cleanest I could get it. It used to be that it was like SDL, it was loading, it was SDL load surface pointer, and it was like new surface, and then we like made it equal to some value of like SDL load texture or like load surface, and then we like grab shit, and it was so complicated, and the ultimate result was that load texture equaled new surface. That was the final thing. So all we're doing is we're just cutting out the middleman with our new fancy program here. Hold on, let me just Control Z a lot of this, make sure I didn't fuck anything up. So we got a new fancy wancy program, and I gotta say, chat, we have a new little function here, image load texture. So the biggest difference is that in SDL, as I've done my research today, just to confirm it, but I found out really last night, what I found out was that surfaces are CPU bound, textures are GPU bound, and I just completely missed that. So whenever we see like convert surface, loaded surface, that's using the CPU. Now, passing string for path like you do is definitely wrong. Here? We'll talk about that in a second. But the idea here is by using the image load texture under the SDL image header instead of just SDL, is that the idea is that we're loading a texture directly into the GPU rather than loading a surface, applying a texture to the surface, deleting the surface. We're just loading a texture. So in this case, create pointer, new texture, make it null. New texture, the thing we just made, is equal to this function using the global renderer, because we only need one renderer really, and then this path. Now you're saying, oh, by the way, and this runs. There you go. That's your rendered image. So you're saying that when we have a string path and we call that path to the local file, you're saying this is bad practice. Well, not even bad practice. You're saying it's wrong. It does work though, so I don't know how wrong it could be. Are you saying that we should pass by reference instead of passing? Well, we are passing. No, we're not passing by reference. So I guess this is a good time to pick out, I tried? Well, I know the tutorial called for this, so I guess now's a good time before we start like deleting everything and starting from scratch. We might as well learn it now. So I think what you guys are gonna say, you're just copying string every time you're calling the function. What? I'm copying the string. So when we load texture, which is here, we're loading the global texture is equal to the load texture function passing wow.png as a string. And that is what the load texture function is. We're passing wow.png. That is going to point to this path, which implies load the local file called wow.png. And you're saying this is incorrect. So what is the more correct way to do it? Because this is how I've learned to use SDL, but is there a better way to do that? So you guys are probably gonna say pass by reference, but I don't understand how to do that. To construct std string, you need to copy the string. So you're saying we need to copy instead of the actual string, like the address of something called wow.png? Use std string view and call it path, but everything else is the same? Does that work? It does not work. Why? Is not a member of std. Oh, no, it doesn't work. It's not a member of std, it looks like. This only takes, yeah, it's all of the issues here. You need to include it as well? Wait, string view, I need to include it? That's a thing? Oh, wow. That still doesn't work. String view is not a member of std. String view. Wait, is that what I had to do? Was the dot header? Wait, was I not including string that entire time? I must have been. I've been using strings. Doesn't work. Gary, do you interested in working how to pass by reference? Yeah, I think now's the time, because we're gonna make the first game. You need at least C++ 17. Did you configure your project to use C++ 17? Well, now I will. So I know I have to type somewhere like minus C++ 17 or J or something, but where do I actually pass that? I've seen it a million times. So it's probably under... this? Active platform 64. No, none of this. Is it under the properties for the project? Project dependencies depends on... oh, this is where I type it. So you're saying under project dependencies... oh, I can't add any. You're using Visual Studio with MS Build System. Right-click on the project in the solution window. Right-click the project under the solution window. And then click Properties. Oh, shit. Okay. So output directory, intermediate directory, project name, C++ standard. So you're saying I should do minus minus and just put 17? Oh. Oh, shit. Why doesn't it... oh, is it like not all the features are enabled or something? Goldmine, hello. 20 is even better. Better or experimental? I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not using all the features, so now this should work. Doesn't work. Is not a member of basic string view. What? So this SC_STR is not a member of STD basic string view. This needs changed. So let's read string view here. What does it actually do? Basic string view, string view. Oh, basic string view if it's a character, string view if it's not a character. Okay. Definitely not a character. You didn't press apply? What? Properties. Oh, I did it. Look. Right here. See? Hold on. Boom. Yeah, it doesn't even let me click apply. It's already approved. STD string view won't work here because SDL relies on CC string. Oh, what? Chat. Configuration drop down. So chat. Hold on, chat. Do I even need to know this if we're gonna pass by reference? Just, are we wasting our time with string_view when I can just pass by reference? Are we at this point? Hold on, let me open up the other view here. So you're saying right click under this, configure startup projects or properties? You're saying here, properties, under properties, command line, code generation, preprocessor, optimization, general. Configuration x64. Top left configuration drop down. Here. In case you need to pass it as constant character, I guess. Interesting. I'm gonna trust what's up here because he actually is very like into C++. Top left configuration. Well, there's no top left configuration up here. There's nothing over here unless you're talking about the packages.config. Excluded from build, content, item type. That's not the config, right? Do you know what a dropdown is? Yes? At least I think I do. So properties. I don't see anything called configuration except the thing called configuration properties here. Combo box. Oh, all configurations? Oh. So here, I need to press C++ 20. Is that what you're saying? But whether or not it was all configurations doesn't matter unless we're doing like debug shit, right? Yes, select all. Okay. Apply. Okay. Run. Didn't work. Let's see. C_STR. This is not a member of basic string view. That. So this is messed up. So under the basic string, all right, CPP reference time. All right, flashbang. Basic string view. All right, let's zoom in here. Basic string view is this template, this. The class template basic string view describes an object that can refer to a constant contiguous character of characters. Every specialization basic string view is trivially copyable type since C++ 23. A typical implementation holds only two members, a pointer to constant character T and a size. Several type definitions for common character types are provided. So, STD string view, C++ 17 by the way. STD basic string view. Character. Okay, gotcha. Template parameters, constant character, iterators, return a number of characters, max size, swap, operator. Looks a lot like a vector. It is a programmer's responsibility to ensure that STD string view does not outlive the pointed to character array. STD string view good, string. STD string view bad, a temporary string. Bad holds a dangling pointer since the string temporary operator S will be delivered. Oh, interesting. Good points to a static array. Ew. Example. Context pointer, STD string view, Unicode. For this, print the Unicode. Print that. That's cool. Stores and manipulates a basic sequence of characters. So what we need is actually constant. Is it a constant? I don't think I need a constant. STD string view pointer address of path, right? It's a pointer situation, I think. Right? Hello, Geargate. Hello. String view won't work here because SDL uses C string, which is null terminated. String view does not guarantee null terminated. You can use constant STD string address or use constant character instead. Ah, so you're saying STD string address, and this still works? Ooh, hold on. M texture, non-standard syntax, use @ to declare a pointer. Oh. Something's wrong here. Hold on, let me delete this string view crap. Okay, so a problem here is that now that we have a pointer to an address, I need to actually load it correctly. So whenever we pass something into our load texture function, it needs to be a pointer to a string. Wait, did I fuck up? I did. Sorry. Hold on. That shouldn't be there. This needs to be here. My bad. This needs to be at path. Fuck. Okay, hold on. Let's just get back to where we were here. Hold on. Okay, so there we go. String view, go all the way back. Okay, we are now at the beginning of the program again. Okay, sweet. It runs. Yes. Okay, sweet. Don't you hate when your hand is wet and a string of hair sticks to it? Ew! String at will construct a temporary STD string if the argument is a string literal. It would not make a copy if you passed STD string to the function. Okay, so you guys are saying that we're having the same problem now with this string as we did with passing textures, right? So what we should be doing is passing the address of a string, right? Instead of just passing the whole string. How much memory is a string? A string is 32 bytes. Is that 32 bytes per character? Because I know a pointer is 64 bytes, right? So I guess if it's more than 4 characters, then it would be a problem. So we should have a pointer, right? So what we're doing is load texture, this one. So you're saying this should be load string at path. Okay, and then this is going to be load string. Load string. Where's my load string at path under load texture? Okay, this will not work. Correct. Because this is not a pointer, this string. So what I should be doing is making something like std string pointer test. And this test is going to be equal to wow.png. Then we pass the address of test, and this works. Fuck! Initializing cannot convert from constant character 8 to std string? Oh. Is that what I had to do? Doesn't work. Initializing cannot convert. Okay, so where did I screw up here? Constant std string at will construct a temporary std string if the argument is a string literal. It would not make a copy if you passed it. To be honest, the best option here is just constant character pointer. Just need to live with C. 24 bytes of for every major implementation. Let's understand why std string at and not work first. The 24 bytes is not a lot, but it still needs to copy the underlying string. If I recall correctly, strings have a minimum allocated size. If the content is smaller, character at A is allocated dynamically on the other hand, but someone will correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So this, well, I guess that's a good question. Why doesn't this work? What's wrong with this? Let's think about this. So we're saying we want the address of a string, right? We're trying to pass the string along as a pointer, but that's not going to work, right? Let's revert back to wow, load texture wow PNG. Oh, really? Oops. Oh, I can zoom in my text. Oh, I have the power. I didn't know I could do that. Oh, sweet. Based. All right, cool. So get rid of that shit. Okay, so this is going to be at. This doesn't work though. So you're saying it should be constant character star path. This string literal will decay to a constant character automatically. Oh. So you're, oh, because that's the parameter we're loading from. Okay, hold on. Let me understand what's going on here in a second. So under load texture function, which is here, what we're doing is we're actually converting a string into a constant character, right? So we're passing. Okay, so when we pass a string to this function, because the parameter is different, it'll convert it to a constant character, which is not std string, but std string has an implicit constructor to construct std string from a constant. Oh shit, I didn't know that. See, that's a feature of this I didn't even know. So this'll work. No, it does not work. Why doesn't it work? Image load texture function does not take one argument. This. Oh, do I need at path or something? Does not work. Image load texture does not take one argument. What's wrong here? I'm pointing it to the correct directory. Expression must have a class type. Oh, does image load texture need? No, it is. Constant character pointer file. So this doesn't work. Just path? What? No shot. This works? No way. Cannot convert an argument to from constant char. Oh, sorry. Oh, no shot. How the fuck does that work? Gary, what are you doing? I thought I knew. I don't know how the fuck. How does it know where the directory is? Okay, hold on. Let me understand. Okay, let me get this. Let me wrap this around my head here before we start. I made a global texture. This texture is going to be equal to the function load texture this string of characters. This string of characters is being converted into a constant character pointer called path. Okay, sweet. We then load image load texture, which is SDL's way of using a renderer and rendering an image. Chat, how are you in the middle of the screen? Just get your asses up there. Thank you. So we have the global renderer, and then we have path, the pointer that we converted the string into, and then we return new texture. We return new texture, and the shit just works? How does it know where to find the picture? What the fuck? Watch for what type of variables the function receives and what type your argument is. Yeah, because we passed a pointer, and by having the star there, we're saying pointer of a pointer, which just doesn't work. Gary forgetting he put us there at the end of last stream. No, I didn't. I didn't move you guys anywhere. You guys are the ones who move yourselves, all right? Sorry, you saw a little too much of my chesticles there. Let me make myself a little bigger. There we go. Interesting. But you passed path to it. But how does it know? Well, I guess are you interested to learn how to pass by L value reference? What's up if you mean, well, I think I just did that, didn't I? Maybe not. But I guess my question is, how does it know this string is equal to that image in the file? Because I thought by passing C_str whatever, I thought that was the directory that it was in, like local file or something. Is that not the case? There we go. Is that not the case that this is the local file? So we can do the same thing here, right? So this is just constant character pointer path, and all we do is path. Why didn't we do this before? Is there a reason we didn't do this before? So when I loaded those 10,000 bananas, I just fucked myself. Is that what I learned? Well, chat, why didn't we do this before? Constant character pointer. This seems so much better. Oh, wait, hold on, what? Unable to resolve. Oh, this isn't equal to a null pointer anymore. So I guess we just return M texture. Does not work. What? Oh, shit. This is different. This is because we want the surface. My bad. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Constant character star path. Okay, sorry. That was different. That's loaded surface. I actually need that stuff there. This is the inefficient way. This is like the CPU rendering way. This is the GPU. By the way, we're only rendering things on the GPU. Fuck surface loading, okay? We don't need no alpha channels here. C_str converts an STD string to a C style string. Oh, really? Well, fuck me in the keyhole. Yeah, chat, why did Gary not do that before? Yeah! Press F12 on C_str and see its definition. It should just be return internal pointer. All right. F12. F12. Oh, God. No discard, context PR20. This looks like some assembly shit. 4,100. Constant, underscore a lim. Now, I've learned this today, chat, because I'm starting reading the book, Game Design Programming. It's made by some guy like 15 years ago. I learned this underscore represents a class variable that's private. Didn't know that. Pointing to this constant no except my pair of underwear. Sweet. All right, next. F12 back. Oh God, I pressed F11 and I immediately regret my life. Oh Jesus, okay, my bad. Okay, God, I don't know what I just pressed. Ready? I don't need to know what's ready. Wait, what's at the bottom of my screen? Oh Jesus. Okay, just, what is this? Hot reload? Chat, where am I at right? Oh, there we go. Jesus, I was in debug mode or something. Okay. Nothing magical going on. That string literal argument decay into constant character. The function parameter accept constant character. The pointer to point to the path data. Oh God. Reading the book. Yay! All right, chat. Enough distracting me. We need to make a video game today. Okay. We're gonna learn mouse functions today. This is the final tutorial, and then today we're making click the banana. It should be pretty easy. We're gonna apply a lot of the lessons we learned. We now know constant character pointer shit. All right, we're learning, okay? So now we're gonna make mouse over, mouse out stuff. So like with, so basically we're gonna be mousing over an image, clicking down, and that will change the image. That's the goal here. We need to click the banana today, baby. Yeah, usually underscore indicates the variable is hidden or part of an implementation detail. Okay, sweet. Hot reload it, cool. Chad, I have a weird question. If we overloaded this function, like if I did this, and instead of constant character, I did std string, whatever, and I did string dot s underscore std or whatever that was before. If I did that and I overloaded the function and I passed what we have wow.png into it, which one would it load into? It should call the first one. Interesting. That must be a C thing. Because I would have thought it would default to what it was, which was an std string, but okay. Based. This still works. Okay, sweet. Ambiguity, probably. It should call the first one. Do you know how to identify on your image where the banana is? We're gonna find out. Okay. If you pass std string, then second. Okay. Like with key presses, SDL has event structures to handle mouse events, such as mouse motion, mouse button press, and mouse button releasing. In this tutorial, we'll make a bunch of buttons we can interact with. Chat, before we start, can I just say, can I recommend something? Maybe everybody and their mother has read it, but I didn't. Good game design programming. It's a book. Where is it? It's a huge website. Good game programming. Was that what it was called? It was something. Once I see it. It was a website. Oh God. Good design programming? Game design program. Game design programming. Where is it? What the hell? Oh, there it is. Game programming patterns. That's what it was. Okay, game programming patterns, Robert Nystrom, an entire book for free. And I was like, well, that's interesting. And today I read all about commands, flyweights, observers, prototypes, singleton, and why everybody hates them. And I didn't get to states yet, but I did learn about singletons and like global variables and why they're so bad. Also learned what the word static meant. Thought that was kind of cute. And yeah, he was like, here's why we use it in video games. Here's why we don't use it. Here's when it's okay, but I generally wouldn't recommend it. Here's the danger of having float. Oh, chat, I didn't even know this. Okay, so you have observers, right? This is how you get like achievements and like how you do your audio shit. And I was shocked that you can fuck yourself so easily with pointers with observers, because what you would do is, hold on, he actually says it really well here. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then he draws like pretty pictures and shit. And then, okay, he argues for it. People saying it's too slow. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Where is it? There it is. It does too much dynamic allocation. Whole tribes of programmer clan, including many game developers, have moved onto garbage collected languages, and dynamic allocation isn't the boogeyman that it used to be. But for performance critical software like games, memory allocation still matters, even in managed languages. Dynamic allocation takes time, as does reclaiming memory, even if it happens automatically. That's not what I was wanting to read. Observers, yada yada. In theory, linked list, not too bad, right? Oh, there we go. Aha! Okay, this is what I wanted to read. Sorry, wrong paragraph. Get static get instance. Oh, no, yeah, sorry, what's up? Just to be clear, he knows this is bad programming. He is a C++ programmer, yada yada. He says this is not intended to be like copy paste code. He makes it very clear. I don't think he uses the word struct this entire thing, okay? what his argument is, okay, listen, if you're a C programmer, if you know Java, this book can be read in a way you understand, but this is not good C++ code. It's the principles of it. It's about, it's not about how you design an engine. It's about how you connect different parts like audio, achievements, physics. It's about the code in between and how to make them work with each other without a spaghetti mess of global variables, right? Which I think is pretty valuable for what we're about to do. So that's why it's interesting to me. Anyway, here's something cool he says. The sample code we walked through is solid, but sidesteps an important issue. What happens when you delete a subject or an observer? If you carelessly call delete on sub-observer, a subject may still have a pointer to it. That's now a dangling pointer into deallocated memory. When that subject tries to send a notification, well, let's just say you're not gonna have a good time. And I thought that was pretty cute. I didn't even realize that would be a problem because I thought that was like a set thing. Okay. Anyway, would highly recommend this book so far. I learned a lot. I haven't even started on this stuff of like game loops and double buffers and whatever the fuck everything is. Subclass sandbox, decoupling. Oh, I found out what decoupling was. That was kind of cute. Hold on, just because people are saying something about the code, just to be clear, not acknowledgements, introduction. Architecture, hiding, what's in store. Oh, he talks about domain-specific books versus whole engine books. Design patterns. How to read the book. Okay, where is it? He talks about the code. The intent section provides a snapshot description of the pattern in terms of the problem this intends to solve. This is first so you can hunt through the book quickly. Oh shit, hold on, sorry. If, like me, you need concrete examples to really get something, then sample code is your section. It walks step by step through full implementation of the pattern so you can see how it works. Patterns, oh fuck. About the sample code, there we go. God, I'm so bad at remembering where things are in books. Okay. Code samples in this book are in C++, but that isn't to imply that these patterns are only useful in that language or that C++ is a better language. Almost all languages will work fine in these. I chose C++ for a couple of reasons. The goal of this book is not to teach you C++. The samples are kept as simple as possible and do not represent good C++ style or usage. Read the code samples for the idea being expressed, not the code expressing it. In particular, this code is not even written in modern C++ 11 or newer style. It does not use the standard library, rarely uses templates. This makes it for bad C++ code, but I hope that by keeping it stripped down, it will be more approachable to people coming from C, Objective-C, Java, and other languages. So he writes code like this. So that's the idea. He knows that it's bad code, but he keeps it simple so you understand the principles behind it and you know how to do it. Also, he makes fun of the Gang of Four a lot. He says they're great and they're wonderful, but he hates singletons with a passion, and I thought that was kind of funny. I still don't quite understand what singletons are, even if I understand what static is, but it's cute. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. Anyway, highly recommend the book. Learned a lot today. Oh yeah, modern C++ would say to use weak pointer for observers. I'm all for making fun of the Gang of Four. Oh, is that a thing? Keep in mind, the book is like 15 years old, maybe published 10 years ago, I guess. He's actually on Reddit. He posted the book there originally, and I was like, oh, that's cute. It's recommended a lot. Anyway, I'm talking about the general implementation, not specific to C++. Static member is a feature in most object-oriented programming languages. Okay. Okay, sweet. Anyway, stop distracting me, chat. Button constants, constant integer, button width, button height, total buttons. Oh my God, the enumeration. All right, more globals. Now, when we make our game, chat, click the banana. I think the only global I'm gonna have is this renderer, because we're gonna be using the global renderer everywhere, and I don't need, like, right now we have three renderers here, right? We have our global renderer, but we also have our class void render that like renders the rectangle, and it kind of does the exact same thing, but it's specific to the texture class. We could do that, but for click the banana, we're just gonna use the global renderer. But I really, really want to avoid any other globals. All the rest of this shit is going in its own thing. This is gonna be a class, I'm sure, that's called Screen XY. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. But I just want to keep this a global renderer just because, for God's sakes, we're making Click the Banana, not a goddamn full video game. Gary, what does the way that code written in the book have to do with what you learned from it? So what I learned was the idea of what an observer and a subject is, what a it's not singularity, but you know what I mean. Like the downsides of global variables. Like people always told me, don't use global variables, but it wasn't until I read that book that I understood the principle why, like examples of why you don't use global variables. It's fine for small projects like Click the Banana. It's not fine for things that are like a spaghetti mess of code in which, including one header in your, what did the example he gave? The example he gave was, okay, you have a new programmer on your team and you tell them, add this audio file or make this audio file play whenever a rock hits the ground. So the dude will go into like the physics class or something and like add the audio file there, and it works because it's a global variable, versus if you didn't, even if you include the header, it wouldn't do that. Like that kind of good practice. Book memory allocation is still a problem. Also book written 15 years ago. Oh God. What is the Gang of Four? They wrote the most famous design patterns book. Oh, he also praises, oh, what do you call them? Command? I don't know the principle of it. I think it's called command. I think command is just kind of just what we did here, I think, right? It's functional functions. Is that make sense? It's like what Haskell does. I learned. Can we click 2 bananas, please? Yes, you may click all the bananas until you don't. I feel bad now. I take it back. They are good guys. Oh, geez. Okay, anyway, mouse events. Okay, get rid of this. Okay, mouse events. We're gonna have more global variables. We're gonna have constant int, button width, button height, total buttons 4. Okay. Int, wow, not even, oh no, it is a constant integer, isn't it? Yeah, because it's not changing. Constant int, button width equals, what is it, 400? 300, height is 200, total buttons 4. Wow, this seems like terrible programming, but all right, we'll go with it. Button height equals 200, constant integer, total buttons 4. Is that what it was called? Total buttons? I just want to make sure I get the lingo right here. Total buttons. Okay. Now, chat, if I was actually doing a real program, would a better way to do this would be like class user input. Or I guess it'd be capitalized. User input. And this user input, oh, not even user input, just input, right? And then it would be like define the input. And then it would be like class button input define. And then I would define that button, whatever. I would define things from there. Is that a better way to do that? Because I learned a lot about decoupling. Don't be afraid to write bad code. Well, that works until, you know, I want to learn good code. At a certain point, we have to learn good code. Is Gary talking about abstraction and controllers? I think I am, yes. What do you mean by functional? I mean, he talked about functions that have, oh God, that return absolute values. So I think they're just a function that's called like 1 divided by the square root of 4 or squirt, I don't know, but like something like that, that calls that function every time you need it, and it does it over and over and over and over and over and over again as much as you want it to. It's just that kind of functional functions, if you catch my drift. You try to use inheritance with no reason again. Well, no, this is good, right? I learned about decoupling. And the reason why you want to do this, I learned, instead of this, is because by decoupling, I think this is decoupling. I might be using the wrong phrase here. the reason why, like the example he used in the book was like, okay, you have a character and you want to give them movement, but here's the advantage of doing this, which is kind of like decoupling it. And the reason why you do it is because what happens if you want like a demo where the AI wants to control the character? Well, then you're gonna have a giant mess, right? But by decoupling it early and defining, you know, hey, any movement is you, the user, controlling this actor with these inputs and kind of separating everything into separate classes and shit, it makes it super easy to implement. I'm not asking to future-proof everything, but I want good practice now, because when we make the Toho game, I'm gonna learn, we're gonna do a lot of this shit, okay? Listen, we're using C++, I'm gonna make some classes. We're gonna get some inheritance going. I want to be one of those engineers that has like 20 layers of inheritance. Oh, baby. We're going to have more inheritance than the goddamn Habsburgs, okay? Or rather, don't let the fear of writing bad code keep you from making the thing you want. I don't think I am, but I think there's some room for like, you know, good code. Maybe not good code is the right word, but at least challenging code. How about that? At least code that kind of challenges my knowledge so that when we need it, we, you know, at least are familiar with it. I don't even want to say no. I'm learning that I don't know anything about programming. I'm learning concepts, okay? If banks can still use the same Pascal spaghetti code from 40 years ago, you can be forgiven for a little bad code. Sure, I'm not stunned, by the way. We can just go through with a bunch of global variables, but for God's sakes, let's at least know the direction we're going in the future. Try to write coupled code first. You don't have enough information yet to use abstraction. Oh, maybe that's the phrase. Maybe not decoupling, but like abstraction. Don't worry too much about good practice now. I had the same problem and ended up slowing my progress. Oh, really? Oh, baby, let's go. 12 layers of abstraction. Because I wasn't experienced with the language, I didn't know how to write good code, yet I still worried about it. Okay, well, if you guys insist, I trust you, which means if you guys ever make fun of my code, I am going to quote you. Do I need to screenshot chat right now? Do I need to say, you guys told me not to worry about good code, and then we'll fix it later? If the first thing you think is, I want to use a virtual function to decouple things, then you are trying to run in front of a car. To be honest with you, chat, I still don't understand the difference between a function and a virtual function, which means we're probably digging in over our head. All right, let's follow the tutorial. All right, we're gonna create a new enumerator, left button sprite. So this is whenever we press the button. Oh, I see what we're doing. So our left button is gonna be when we mouse over something, or mouse out is probably the sprite we're gonna use when the mouse isn't near it. Then we mouse over it, then when we press down on it, then when we press up on it, and then after we do that entire process. So wow, we can really get into the nitty gritty of what kind of images we want. Does a button down animation really need that many buttons? I guess so. You highlight it, you click it down, you unclick it, and you move away. I guess if you want it to be like permanently changed, you can. Like, oh, an example of this, you know what an example of this would be? Is in like a strategy game where you're pulling up a window because you have like a UI or something. Hold on, let me pull up Paint. Flashbang, bam! Got you guys good that time. So imagine like a UI where you have like button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, and each button like pulls out like a window or something here, right? So what you do is, okay, you're mousing over something, that's gonna get highlighted. Then you click down on it, it goes shaded, it opens up the window. Then you have that tab open. Then, and you mouse off of it. Then you close out of the window with your little red X up here. And when you do, this gets unhighlighted and it goes back to the non-mouse thing. So that's why they would do that. Okay, that makes sense. My eyes! By UI, he meant chat's eyes, base. Chat, all right, let me know right now. How do I make Paint black? Is it under settings? Flashbang. So view, how do I make you not super bright? I mean, Paint 3D is easier because it defaults to black, but I don't know if Paint has a better advantage. Use GIMP. Hey, I like GIMP. I use GIMP a lot for thumbnails. I like it, basically anything dealing with alpha. Well, no, I've learned to use Paint 3D a lot, to be fair. Ever since I've used a lot of Paint 3D, it's helped a lot. All right. Chat, we're supposed to make a game today. Hold on. Enumerator, button, or L, what did we say? L button? L button sprite. So I think, I'm trying to, we can't just have a floating enumerator out there. That's so weird. Button, sprite, mouse, out, over motion, down, up, total. Button, sprite, mouse, out, over motion. Just go equal. Copy, paste, 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 and this one is just total. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. Oh my god, that was so perfect and I still fucked that up. Equal, 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 equal. Semicolon, semicolon. Fuck. Semicolon, semicolon, semicolon. Okay. Sweet. And this is out, then over motion, down, up, over motion, down, up. Okay. So enumerator options are always all capitalized, huh? Why don't you click the button that makes the whole thing a color and then click the thing? What? Why don't you click the button that makes the whole thing a color and then click the well, like copy and pasting? No, I don't learn anything if I copy and paste. I know myself. Chat, listen, all right? If I copy and paste, I will never remember, okay? I won't. I know how I learn. I know how I experience things. I need to type things out to really hammer it in. If you copy and paste, I'll just lose everything. We need to teach them multi-cursors? Huh? VTubers just wild and now Imjit the only one. What engine am I using? None. I'm using C++ and the framework SDL. YouTube chat's popping off today. I'm using C++ and the framework SDL, which is literally only existing to do... Wait, what? I missed a semicolon? What? Unexpected here, use a comma. Fuck, hold on. Comma, I'll show you what we worked on. So I use a framework. I don't actually use an engine. If we're ever even, I don't even know if I want to call it an engine, but if we ever do anything, then it's us programming it ourselves, right? So SDL is not what's in the window. It's loading a PNG, but it's not what's in the window. That's the program. SDL takes care of like, create a window, create a thing, do things in Windows, load textures, use your GPU to hardware accelerate the texture, yada yada, right? It's taking care of the extremely low level, like here's how to use your GPU to render something, and it kind of does all that work for you. The actual game engine part of it, we're making in C++, hence why we're doing mouse shit now. And once we're done with this, we're gonna be making Click the Banana, which is like which is gonna be like my exam. Which, by the way, when I make the banana, I'm really gonna try to avoid advice from chat because I want this to be like my exam, where like I finish it and then you guys tell me I'm a moron and here's how you can do things better. Are you making the Click the Banana game? Hi, Royal, we will after we finish this. We're almost done. Well, almost done is a strong term. Capitalize enumerators because they gotta scream at you. It's the C++ way, based. Is it supposed to be semicolons? No. The enumerators are yelling at my favorite case. All right, for this tutorial, we'll have 4 buttons on the screen, depending whether a mouse is moved over, clicked on, released on, or moved out of button will display a different sprite. These constants are here to all define this. Luckily, we have banana bitmaps, so there you go. Texture wrapper class. So this is our class, LTexture, that we made before. It's gonna be public. The texture function, we're gonna have the deallocator when we close. We have the bool load from file string path. This is well, that's this function down here that we made. Hold on. Load from file. Right, it's the, you can load a PNG instead of a bitmap. I don't know, oh man, I wish I knew how to do this without including the surface part of it, because the image, my load texture function here, you see how it's just image underscore load texture? That means that we're just using the GPU without the CPU being involved, I think at all. We're just rendering straight from the GPU, so that's the value there. But when we load from file on this L texture function, the problem is that we're loading with color keying. And I don't know how to do the color key function without calling a surface, which I think it requires. So surfaces are CPU bound. So we're gonna have to find a way. Well, I guess what we're learning here is that if we need something color keyed, like on a sprite sheet, it needs to be, we need to find a way to get that rendered without including the CPU if it's like a bullet. We can get away with just loading the texture straight to the GPU if we don't need any color keying, which we can probably get away with certain kinds of like bullets and stuff. But if we want everything, then we have issues, you know? Where's my L texture? There it is. Learning is working, kinda. Upload banana to GitHub so we can easier yell at your code. Ah! Wait, have you not been working on making the click the banana all this time? No, I have. It's just now we can apply our knowledge, you know? In C, they don't have namespace. Enumerator is unscoped, so it spilled out a global scope. What the fuck? Okay, then we have if defined. Hashtag if defined. What? And if. What is this? That's disgusting. Why do I have a hashtag if in my code? SDL TFF major version creates image from a font string? The fuck? Are we creating an image? Load from rendered text. The shit? Macros? The fuck is a macro? Hashtag if. Oh my god. What am I loading? Hashtag if defined SDL TTF major version. SDL TTF major version. This makes no sense to me. Bool. So this is a boolean. Load from rendered text. String text and color. Okay, so I think what's happening. Oh, we skipped a tutorial. Yeah, we did. Because people want to click the thing, so I was like, all right, well, we'll just do the mouse one. What did I miss? So we missed alpha blending, animated sprites in VSync, rotation and flipping, and true type fonts. Oh, shit. Does this explain it? Bool load from file, string path. Blue load from render text. So that's the same. And if we scroll down, it's probably there, huh? I guess I can just... hashtag if. Does not include... Oh, shit. Wow, that is an important one, huh? So I guess we can avoid it, maybe? Let's see. Maybe it doesn't require it. I kind of don't want to include it if we don't. We're making a slight modification to the texture class. For this tutorial, we won't be using the SDL TTF to render text. It means we don't need the load from rendered text function. Rather than deleting the code, we may need it in the future. We're going to wrap it in if defined statement so the compiler will ignore it if we do not include SDL TTF. It checks if this version macro is defined, like include. If is a macro that we... Oh, it's commenting out the goddamn... Okay, fuck that, dick. I'm sorry. Back in my day, we just did... There, it's done. It's commented. It's out of the way. Why would you make that so complicated? I'm sorry. This guy's a dick. He made me learn about macros. Gary, it's not commenting it out. But we don't... No, he did it so we wouldn't use it, right? It's a directive? It's effectively... No. He is. Guys, look. Rather than deleting code we may need in the future, we're going to wrap it in if defined statements so the compiler will ignore it. Like, why not just look, in this case, it says if SDL TTF is not defined, ignore this piece of code. That is what he wants, so he should comment it, right? Like, why go through this like extra step, you know, if we're not even gonna use it? Like, it feels like, is this like actual practice? This works better than commenting. Why? That's actually something you see in the industry, is like, we don't want this line and we might need it in the future, so we're gonna wrap it around in if and if macro? Because what if you define SDL TTF later? But the whole point of this is that we don't want this rendered. Really? Think of SDL TTF major version of variable. But we're never gonna use this. It's a directive to switch your code without having to go back and decomment thing. Oh, I get it. I'm so sorry. Okay, my bad. I understand what you guys are saying now. You're saying that if, okay, I'm dumb. So forget the major version shit. You could replace this with like launch or something, or release or something like that, right? Where what you can do is you can include one line and like allow a bunch of code without decommenting like a bunch of shit. Okay, I get it. I'm sorry. I understand now. That's a macro. Okay. I now understand why macro is included as a word here. Okay, my bad. Okay, yeah, like a developer or a producer? Huh? Preprocessor directives are also used a lot for multi-platform code because some code will only run on certain platforms. Oh, not change your code depending on what OS has. If Windows 10 do this or if Windows 11 do that. Oh, okay. Production. Okay, I understand. I'm not going to include it here because it's obviously outside of the scope of what I want to do, but still. Okay, free. Interesting. Thank you, by the way, for explaining that. That's what we get for skipping like one tutorial. Void set color. So this is new. So we're setting a color, in this case, probably the color of the texture we're applying, and then we're just changing the color every time. Okay. So void set color. And then we're gonna have the parameter of SDL blend mode. Wrong. Sorry. Unit 8 red, unit 8 green, unit 8 red. Uint 8 is a 1-byte code. Is this just saying like, is this just giving you RGB? Oh, I see. We're passing the values of like hex code, right? Is that what's going on here? Red, green, blue. Red. Oh, we should follow that. Red. Gotta follow the tutorial. We gotta make sure we understand our shit. That's the problem with skipping, is I don't know what's actually necessary here. What editor is this? It's an unsigned integer. This is Visual Studio? Ignore it, it's ugly. Damn. Can you F12 unit uint 8 for me? Oh. F12. Okay, we have successfully did this. Define SDL max uint 8 as... Oh yeah, so it's 0 to 255. It's hex, right? We're passing hex numbers as a color. Type definition uint8 underscore t as uint8. Oh, okay, thanks. It's from SDL. No problem. How do I go back? Oh, like that. So yeah, all this is just a function that we're gonna create called ltexture.setColor, and basically we're saving 3 red, green, blue values. That's kind of the point there, I think. Maybe not saving them, but you know what I mean. All right, then we're setting the blend mode and the alpha. Oh my God. So SDL blend mode blending. Okay, so SDL set blend mode. I did that wrong. I did it wrong. Oh God. Oh, underscore. Oh my God. Gary, it's a function. Yeah. SDL blend mode blending. Okay. SDL blend mode blend mode. Oh, all capital. Sorry. Blend mode. Fuck, it's not. Blending. Okay. So what it's defining here is SDL blend mode, a blend mode used in SDL render copy and drawing operations. Oh, this is going, okay, under the render copy, that is, we have one of those. It's a function, this. So the blend would go under texture. The texture is blended with the destination based on its blend mode set with SDL texture blend mode. Oh, I get it. That's cute. Oh, well, shit. That makes things easier. And then we're going to set alpha as some alpha value. So void set alpha as u int 8. And we're going to define that as alpha. And then we're going to define some set alpha function, and that's how we're going to get that value. Then render, we did that. Image dimensions, we have that. And then we have private pointer texture to m texture. Have it. Int width and y. Okay, we did it. Not since college. He gets it, chat. Oh, I get it. All right. The mouse button, class, L button. All right, time to make a new class. This class will have under public, left button, set position, X, Y, void handle event function with, oh, by making a new event. No, it's handling the event E that we define in here. We define a new event E. Normally, this event E is just if the program is on, and if this is quit, like you click the red X, it quits out of the program, and then it closes. So what we're defining is that this handle event function is going to call the address of E that we made, and then we're going to render the sprite. Privately, we're going to have a SDL point M position, so that's new. And then a currently used global sprite. L button sprite, M current sprite, which is what we define in here. So, okay, let's type out the class because I kind of understand what's going on, but I'm going to need a little bit of a description. So we're going to make a class and it's going to be called left button. Under this class, we are going to be having a public and a private area. This public portion will have the left button function that we're going to define later. You can also try to create color class if you want. I'm trying to think if we're going to even need that during the Toho game. Are we ever, I'm thinking, in the Toho game, am I ever going to need to change the color of anything? We're not changing the colors of the bullets, right? That's unnecessary because apparently it's better practice to have a giant PNG of all of the sprites on one big thing, really condensed, of all colors. But if I wanted, I'm trying to think if there's any other color I want. I don't think so. I don't think we have to worry too much about it. I don't think we need to make a whole new class. Change the character when you get damaged? But do we need to make a whole new class for it, Geargate? You would think that would be like a definition of like player character or something. Like it would go in that class, like that specific color change function, you know? All right, left button, and then what were we doing? Void set position, void handle event. So void set position, this is just gonna take an X and Y value. Then we have void, what was the function called? What did he call it? Handle event. So this is what's gonna happen. Basically, we're using the event E. SDL event address of E. Wait, did I define that correctly? Pointer E, my bad. Okay, and then void render. I know this is like type correcting me, but I saw it. So then we have our void render function. Now we need to define all three of those functions later, but for now, under private, we're gonna create a new point. This is probably a just pointer. Do we just call it pointer? Or M position? Okay. This is a, well, let's F12 it. Oh, it's a structure, it's a struct that defines a point integer. Oh, I thought it was point like mouse. It's saying like an integer point on the screen. Oh. So I think what's gonna happen is wherever the mouse is going to be the point that it's on. Okay, cute. I think that's what a lot of this is gonna end up being. So we have left button sprite is equal to or is m current sprite. Okay, and m current sprite is not defined yet anywhere, right? It is not, so that is new. Okay, so we have our left button. I'm guessing what's going on before we read like what everything means. We have our class. Every time we do anything with the left mouse button, it goes through this. So our left button function. We have our set position, which I'm guessing is the very pointy point of the function, which I'm trying, there we go. The very pointy point, that's the set position of the button. Then we have the handle event. Basically, we use E as a way of saying like, when this is pressed, it is going to do something within the program, I think. Oh, hey, we were trying to implement that struct a few streams ago. Oh. Just put a hurt character on the sprite sheet. Oh, is it that easy? Okay. Here is a class to represent a button. It has a constructor to initialize. Oh, I thought this was the mouse. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it like left button? Like there's a left and right button? Oh, that's weird. I thought it was like using like the mouse. I thought we were creating the mouse. Here is the class to represent a button. It has a constructor to initialize, a position setter, and an event handler for the event loop, and a rendering function. It also has a position and sprite enumeration, so we know which sprite to render for the button. There's an enumeration in here? It has a position and sprite enumeration. Oh, here, I see. So we know which sprite to render for the button. Okay. We have the event handler to handle when the button is pressed, probably. Oh, see, Brownie Man? You got them brains. I didn't realize so many of my audience like were programmers. I guess I found my kind, huh? If defined. Oh, God. All right, bool texture, load from rendered text. Okay, so all of this is getting defined. To make sure our source compiles without this, here again, we sandwich the loading from font function. Okay, we didn't even type this. This is all like text shit. Excuse me. Left button function. All right, so now we're defining functions. So, oops. So L, don't need void, I guess. L button. L button function. We're defining the mPosition.x and mPosition.y as 0 because mPosition is a SDL point, which takes single integers. Okay. Take single integers. I guess we could store an x and y value, huh? Oh, sorry. I guess we can store an x and y value, huh? All right. mPosition.x is equal to 0. M position dot Y is equal to 0. Then M current sprite equals button sprite mouse out. So now we're defining that as equal to something in the enumerator. So that's how we're connecting the enumerator to this, right? So current sprite is equal to mouse button down. Semicolon. Oh, mouse out. Fuck. So basically, when the mouse isn't anywhere near it. Okay, gotcha. Then we have void L button set position. All right, so void L button. Fuck, not that. L button set position int x int y this. Give a links to this SDL tutorial. Thank you. What's up? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Gary is trying to imposition us, chat. Panic. Okay, so we have int x, int y, mposition.x equals x, mposition.y equals y. Interesting. So we're gonna call this function whenever we, hold on, equals x, mposition.y is equal to y. So I think what it's happening is that we call the L button function whenever we like get our mouse away from the button, because everything resets. Both equals 0. We have the don't have anything sprite. Okay, and then now this set position is a function we're gonna call whenever the mouse is over it, I think. Here is the struct for the button and the position for the setting the function. As you can see, or sorry, constructor. As you can see, they initialize the default sprite and the set position. Okay, figured. Now we're gonna define the handle event. So void, whoops, void L button handle event, and we're gonna pass SDL event pointer E into it. If mouse event happened, if E type does not equal mouse motion, or E type does not equal mouse button down, or E type equal, whoa, what is this switch if statement? Here's the meat of the tutorial where we handle mouse events. Oh my God. Is this really the best way to do this? I mean, I get it. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing if E equals type being, it's part of the event structure they use here. L button is just a contractor, pretty standard event handler. Oh, really? But yeah, L button is a constructor. It is a way to do it, not a bad one. Pretty typical for retain mode GUI. Retain mode is something like a main menu? Is that like a retain mode where like the user is retained in the screen until he presses something? I think that's what you mean. That's how I would define it. Okay, so then E type SDL down motion. All right, well, shit. So where am I going? Where is it? I just scrolled up. Okay, so E type equals SDL mouse down. What? Mouse button sprite. It was down, right? SDL mouse motion. Oh, just any? Okay, I was not expecting that. What does that do? SDL mouse motion is an enumerated event type. The mouse moved. Oh. Oh, so anytime the mouse moves, we can call SDL mouse motion. Oh, that's cool. Okay, sweet. It is a way to do it, not a bad one. I prefer detain mode, where I lock the user in a prison cell until they press something. Based. Okay, okay. So mouse motion, SDL, mouse button down, E, type, and what did we call it? SDL, mouse button down. This is also an enumerated type. Doesn't do anything. Oh, that's why. It's also an event type, and this is when the mouse button is pressed. Oh, okay. So if what's going on the screen, the event is not, if the mouse is moving, or if the mouse is pressed down, or E type is equal to SDL mouse button up. Oh, I get it. So the reason why I was confused is I thought what we were putting here was like the global like enumerators or something that we made. I thought we were doing this, and if it wasn't any of the other four, do the thing. I thought that's why it was confusing to me. All right. So now if E does anything with the mouse, basically, this is when the mouse button is released. We're gonna get the mouse position. So int X, Y, get mouse state. Okay, SDL, get mouse state, call the function, address of X, address of Y, because it only takes pointers. Okay, so let's get that. Retrieve the current state of the mouse. The current button state is returned as a button bit mask, which then can be tested using SDL button X macros, where X is generally 1 for left, 2 for middle, 3 for right button, and X and Y are set to the mouse cursor position relative to the focus window. You can pass null for either X or Y. Oh, so we pass an address of the X and Y values of some kind, and from there we can test it with the SDL button macro. Okay, cool, that's simple. In my experience, the user tends to break the program a lot. Better not let them do stuff. Based. This is crazy how easy it is to do. Bitmap 1 was harder to write when you consider the fact that bitmap can ignore byte aligning. I wonder if SDL supports QOI image format. Did you just quote yourself? Oh, Tic Tac Broom is following. I'm sorry, I didn't even see your name there. I didn't even hear the alert. Hello, thank you for following. Tic Tac Broom. Chat, I love Tic Tacs. Oh, sorry. Orange Tic Tacs. Those are... Give me them orange Tic Tacs any day of the week. Nah. Not like... Noi like this? Soy like this? Dude, wouldn't that make a great emote? Soy like this. Noi. The butchering Tic Tac Boom. Oh! You're not a Tic Tac Broom. You're a Tic Tac Boom. Well, you can boom me any night, baby. So Andrew, are you saying SDL is easy to work with BMPs? When you consider the fact that BMPs can ignore byte aligning. Oh. This is what happens when you click to respond to a message. What? Imagine if they were a broom, though. Oh, I see. When you respond to your own message, you accidentally quoted yourself. Based. Okay. All right, stop distracting me, chat. All right, we gotta click the banana, okay? Also, thank you for following. Do you watch any other VTubers? Who's your favorite VTuber? All right, then we're gonna get the mouse there. Okay, so here's the meat of the tutorial where we handle mouse events. This function will be called in the event loop and will handle an event taken from the event queue for an individual button. So we're gonna have 4 buttons. Each one is gonna call the handle event L button class method. Okay, sweet. By the way, he should be saying this method, not this function, right? Because this is our own class and it's a function under this class, so it's a method, right? First, we check if the event coming in is a mouse event, specifically a mouse motion event, mouse button down event, or a mouse button up event. If one of those events do occur, we check the mouse position according to the getMouseState function. Depending on whether the mouse is over the button or not, we will display different sprites. That makes sense. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'll align your byte sugar. I say QOI format is easier when BMP. Yeah, I know what that means. I have the right to remain silent. Listen, you don't have Fifth Amendment rights here. You do self-incriminate, all right? Twitch inserts quote on its own. Yeah, it is easy. Wrote one, but streamable. Method is equal to function. It's semantics. Well, we should call it a method though, right? Because it's defined under a class. I just want to use the right verbiage. Well, you could say a struct and a class is basically semantics, and really it is. Because who makes a class without defining public and private unless you're one of those weirdos who has like 2 integers in a class or something? Dragonkin, hello in the YouTube chat. I'll see you lurking there. That's legit my point. It is a function. Okay, okay. All right, so now we're gonna check under the same thing, under the handle event function. We're gonna check if we're gonna create a Boolean called inside. If the X position of the mouse is less than the X position of M position, it's false. What? Why do we want to check this? Hold on. Here we want to check if the mouse is inside of the button or not. Oh, I get it. Okay, I see. So the button is going to have some dimensions, right? Of like some rectangle X, Y, Z, Z2 like parameter, right? So we're going to check is if the mouse is over it via the mouse over mouse SDL mouse motion enumerator check. If that's true, we still need to check if it's actually inside of the button. So that's what all this is for. Okay. So now we're going to define bool inside equals true by default. Then it's going to check if X is less than M position dot X, which is this here, because we set the position whenever we called that function. Then inside equals false. So what we're saying is the M position dot X is the very left side, the left over the left, like this side over here of that button. And if it's less than that, if it's further left, then it's false. So inside equals false. I think that's what that's making. If, oops, that was ugly. Oh, Jesus. Gary is never wrong? What? Member function in C++, methods and object-oriented programming only languages like C# and Java. I'm sorry. What? OOP only wait, is C++ not OOP only? It's just OOP like encouraged? Method is also acceptable in the class context. So we get to learn I like how Epiderpsky has been following for a few days, but you already got the lowdown about how this works around here. Sorry, music paused for a second. Isn't Gary an underwater snail, lives in the same crib as that spongy dude? Excuse me, I don't go meow. You're following Epiderpsky? How the hell? You haven't been following? Thank you. Yeah, I don't hear alerts at all today. I don't know what's going on. So we get to learn the X position of the mouse based. I wrote C++ once. Well, you probably know more than me then. So if X is greater than M position X, if X is greater than M position X plus button width, so left parameter is now equal to the right parameter. That's why they have this little add here. So we're saying the right parameter of the button. If X is greater than that, it's false. Oh, else if, oh God. Else if X is greater than M position dot X plus screen. No. button width. That's a very different thing. That was a bug waiting to happen. Do this. Inside equals false. Ew, it's giving me a whole new line? Disgusting. Fuck that. Give me that same line. X is, oh no, it's gonna be Y is the same thing, huh? Y is less than position, okay, is less than M position dot Y. Boom. Inside equals false. Once again, it skips line. I have to skip that one day. Else if Y is greater than M position dot Y plus button height. And we add, even though we're technically going down the screen, we add because it's like, there's some like absolute value shit going on. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's not really the bottom right quadrant. It's the top right quadrant if it was, you know, done a certain way. So basically, it's gonna check all this. If it's not inside the button, return false. Otherwise, it's true. Gotcha. Had to call Epiderpsky out. Their button logic was wrong. I swear I already followed. What? It's all good. I don't hate, I appreciate. C++ is shite? What? I like C++. It's multi-paradigm, as chat says. I don't know, people always say, like, I'm gonna get over my head with C++, but like, everything makes sense. Like, maybe we have to go like a roundabout way, like, now I finally understand what constant character pointer path is and why it's better than STD string. But like, outside of stuff like that, like, I get it. And I'm now getting to the point where like pointers are making sense to me. I had never felt like over my head so far. And today we're making our first real video game once we're done with this mouse tutorial because, you know, I want to learn this mouse tutorial. Well, like once we're done here, we're actually going to make our first game. And I'm like, maybe we'll feel lost then, but like, you know, I understand the concepts. I wrote a DirectX 12 game engine. I was like 14, 15 at the time. Well, look at Mr. Suck His Own Dick over here. I've never made my own engine before. I'm making Click the Banana, motherfucker. Welcome to the stream, bitch. Hater gonna hate. No, actually, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna hate. I appreciate, all right? Wow. Welcome to the stream. No, it's not that difficult to use when it's you try and understand why things are the way they are. Shit gets wild. You legit think I'm flexing? What the fuck? I don't know. I never made my own game engine before. I thought you were. I don't hate. I appreciate. Hey man, I started programming. What stream is this? We're 2 weeks into programming and I have like 40-ish hours under my belt, okay? I still am like wrapping my head around pressing down on the left mouse button, okay? I love you. Okay, since we use a different coordinate system with SDL, the origin is the top of the left. That means every X coordinate is less than X, every Y is less than Y. Basically, what he's saying here is because SDL does it a little differently, well, programming. So normally you have an XY, whoops, you have an XY coordinate, right? You have your X value and you have your Y value. And what it's saying, this whole point we've been typing this up is we have some button here, right? We're saying when the mouse here goes over this, check this function. If X is less than the border, return false. If X is greater than the border plus the width of the button, this, return false, right? Same thing with Y. However, Y is working a little bit differently because this is not the real coordinates we're working under. This is the coordinates we're working under. However, that's not even true. It's actually this. This is the coordinates we're working under. Actually, that's not true. It is really down. But like, it's hard to explain, but these are the coordinates of what it looks like that we're programming right now. This is the button. But if we said Y is less than the button, it means Y is up here. And if Y is greater than the button, it means Y is down here. Does that make sense? That's what he's saying here. Even though we 0.00 is here or here, right? In reference to the screen, in reference to the button. And then we grow Y and X from there. So X makes sense here, but if we want to go up with Y, we actually have to have a negative number, you know? Negative Y is this space. So that's what is going on here in this program. That's why Y is less than M position, Y is greater than M position, plus button height, because it's actually the bottom, it's down here, right? This is Y plus button width, so, or button height. That's what's going on there. That's what he's describing. Most 2D systems work with top left in and out, or top left and out. Why did your voice crack when you said I love you? Because, chat, you make me blush. Hold on. Is this my button? That's my sad button. Fuck. It doesn't work very well. Oh no. I mean, I still have my tired button, right? Based. I wish I had a blush button again. That's the one thing I miss about the old models. Just we had a good old blush button. Have new people realized I have faces? I have faces. This is my tired face. Why go down, not up? Based. SCSS POG. Big pogs, big pogs. The flipped Y of UI gets me every time because I'm usually in 3D land. I'm gonna sound like a boomer here. What the fuck does based mean? Based means that I have nothing funny to respond with, but I want to acknowledge that I read your message. So based. Everything right of the button, yep. This is what this piece of code does. If the mouse position is in any way outside the button, it marks the inside as false. Based. Okay. Mouse is outside the button. If inside does not equal true, then current sprite mouse. Okay, so now we're gonna define what all the, when we use the different enumerated things. Okay, so if inside is not this, then what do we print here? M current sprite, which is what we're gonna be. M current sprite is basically the sprite that's gonna contain whatever button image we want to have at the time. It's like a variable of what it's gonna be displaying. Button sprite mouse out. Button sprite mouse out. But if inside equals true, probably. Else, oh, basically if everything else isn't true, then print. Set mouse over sprite, so switch E type. Oh, we're making a switch statement. Holy shit. E type. Case. SDL mouse motion, mouse button down, mouse button up. Okay, so this is all of this. Case SDL mouse motion. Oops. Mouse motion equals. Oh, not equals. Colon. In this case, M current sprite equals mouse over motion. Okay, that makes sense. Now, M current sprite is going to be equal to button over motion. And it's going to be the same thing through case SDL. Hold on. Case SDL. Mouse. I'm just going to do this without looking because I think I know. Mouse button down. And in that case, display current sprite is equal to button down. And then the last case is SDL mouse button up. So we release the button. The current sprite will display button up. Cool. Sweet. Is that it? Oh, and then we gotta have breaks. Oh, come on. Who needs a break? Chad, is there a way to just never have breaks anywhere in your goddamn code? Wouldn't that be based? Gary, it would be inefficient. Also, you need squirrelies. Else switch this. Switch, boom, boom. There we go. Ew, a switch statement. Anyone else hear Gary say based in tune with the note of the music? What? I did? Have you got any other coding experience other than this? No. If you look at this is stream number 14. If you look at the first stream, I'm literally like typing hello world. I'm typing hello world, and then I'm talking with chat about whether or not we're doing the using namespace std line. That was our first stream. Okay, so everything you see here is stuff I've learned over the last 2 weeks. Chat, if I make a successful game on Steam as my first video game, I just want to put out there that anyone can do this. Okay, anyone can do this. All right. Now that's based. Use go to. Just don't use loops or switch statements. People told me in C++ that is totally fine because, well, the way I've researched it, and in combination with what I've learned from chat, is that if you have 4 or less if statements, you can chain if-else if statements like we just did up here, right? But if it's more than 4, then use a switch statement because that's faster. But this isn't like Python where you can't loop anything. We're okay with like nesting for loops and shit. It doesn't really matter much. Compiler will probably optimize ifs and switches the same way. Oh, well, okay. Kinda loops are kinda useful, not gonna lie, but yeah, I never use switches personally. Dude, keep in mind, chat, Undertale, gaming sensation of 8 or 9 years ago, uses a switch statement with 1,000 cases. So I just want to put this out there. I can't fuck up more than that, all right? It never makes sense to use switches until you need a dialog tree and you don't know what a JSON file is. Finally, we set the button sprite depending on whether the mouse was inside or outside the mouse event. If the mouse is inside the button, we set the mouse out sprite. If the button is inside, yeah. So basically, for every button, we're gonna call this handle event function, putting the event as E, and this is gonna go right here in our play game function, you know? This, what we're describing, because now we just ended it, what we're describing is if anything is going on with the mouse that is capable of running this, we're gonna check the X and Y values of where the mouse is at. If the thing is inside of the button, it's, well, sorry, correction. This is just establishing the Boolean. It's gonna check if it's inside the button. If it isn't, return false, nothing happens. If it is, return mouse out, then run a switch statement, depending on what the mouse is doing at that point. If we're pressing down, run that. If we're mousing over the button, run that. If we're, release the button, run that. I think that's what we're doing here. If I have more than 3 if-else statements, I always try to refactor it. I've heard the term a million times. I still don't understand what it means to refactor something. My IRL friend has periodically been trying to teach me coding, but my brain is smooth and I can't retain shit. I don't know. If my dumbass, I mean, I was valedictorian, but let's ignore that. If my dumbass can program, I think anyone can. Refactor equals make shit better at a simpler level. Check your compiler error. You have a few errors there. What? There are build errors. What? Missing a semicolon before the break. Wait, what? Okay. Wait. Okay, that's squiggly. That's squiggly. Wait, what's wrong here? Am I missing semicolons? Do these need semicolons? Is that what's going on? No. Wait, I'm messing something up? Rewrite code so it does the same thing, but code structure better or worse. Just put all your control logic into another function that returns the state so you can use that state instead of using a break. Didn't you say your class generation was like 20 people? 16! Don't hate, appreciate, okay? Tip, check the first error, fix it, then recompile. Don't try to read the second or third. Oh. Oh my god, there's so many errors! This one. Error, missing type specifier int assumed. C++ does not support generic int? Okay. Missing return type, blend mode blending, because we haven't made that yet. mcurrent sprite, unknown override specifier. Okay. Okay. Undeclared identifier. Okay, cool. Syntax error. Right parentheses. What? Oh, it's the if statements? Parentheses. Run this. That's right. Is this like Zig's ints? I don't know. Also, who followed? The 124! Oh, you're the 24th one. Hello! I haven't seen you here before. Hi, hi. You like VTubers? I'm one of those. You need a return type at the beginning of the signature? Oh, shit. Void. No, we did that. Void. Did I not type void up here? Is that what happened? No, I did. All right, well, I guess we'll find out when we finish this, huh? Okay, we did that. We did that. The junior developer. I'm a peewee developer then. Hello. In the class head. L texture, L button. I don't see the problem here. All right. Void L button render. Hold on. Let's do one more thing here. So void L button. Boom, boom. Render. Boom. Oops. Show current button sprite. Oh, so it's just rendering the button. Oh my god, that's so complicated. Hold on. So global button sprite sheet. Wait, what? Sprite sheet texture. Did I make that? Button sprite sheet texture? Oh my god, it's referencing a past tutorial. Oh shit. Oh no. M position X, Y, global sprite. Oh my god, is it really? Oh my god, it's rendering another one. Oh no, we gotta do another. No, I can fix this. L button render. Which is this. And it's just calling another render. Oh god. What's the G part? A global? Yeah, it's a global variable. But like global renderer is what it's gonna ask for here. Global renderer being just a pointer from SDL render. Except it's not gonna call that. It's gonna call for the M position of X, the M position of Y is not defined. Okay. At sprite clips. Oh my god. We have to look at another tutorial, chat. More tutorials. And then this is in the array mcurrent sprite. Man, I didn't realize alpha channels were so important to mouse shit. In the rendering function, we just render the current button sprite at the button position. Okay. And then we have our while loop. Event equals 0. If eType equals SDL quit. True. And now we handle the event buttons. For I is less than total buttons, I++. Oh, we're making a for loop. That's where the total buttons are coming in. Int I equals 0. I is less than total buttons. I or plus I. And we're gonna call global buttons array I is equal to, or sorry, dot handle event. How does that do? Handle event address of E. Okay, wow. That was complicated. So this is not gonna run. Yeah, obviously. Because what? Well, because of a lot of reasons. Syntax error, else. Missing function header. Missing a semicolon before that. What? How does that not work? We're missing a semicolon? Here's our main loop. In the event loop, we handle that. Mouse wheel events. Okay, so this should have ran, but we have to define this by looking at a previous tutorial, I think. When you get linker errors, I've seen cats running on keyboards. Oh God, check the... So how far are you into the game? Sleepy Mushroom! Hi, hello. Sorry, I just saw you say hi a second ago. I was so focused on troubleshooting. 0, but we're gonna start it today. Basically, the goal is once I learn how to do mouse events correctly, we're gonna do bloop, and then just delete it all and just start from scratch. And then we're gonna make a video game. And we're gonna start all new, but I need to understand this first. So, first error. Missing type specifier int assumed. Note, C++ does not support default int. So that tells me I should just delete these. Okay, next. mCurrent sprite unknown specifier. Undeclared specifier. Missing a semicolon before. Do I really need semicolons before that? There's no shot, right? They're if statements. Nah, we're good. Unless it's saying a semicolon before the else statement, in which case, probably. If this, no semicolons, yeah. It's definitely a solution. Probably should just be void. Show us the error. Oh, okay, I can do that. Hold on. Sorry, chat, I'm new to this whole streaming thing. Oh, I hate doing this, but here, we'll do this. Oh, I don't want to change that though. It's such a pretty screen. Here, we'll change this. Bloop. Make it smaller, I guess. Boop. Smaller. Okay, so these are the errors I'm having. So the first error, mCurrent sprite is unknown. So I think what that means is this needs defined, which makes sense because at no other point is this ever defined anywhere except here. But I guess we never defined what it actually was. So let's go back. We're gonna look at, because we just did mouse events, we're gonna look at true type fonts because I think this is where it's fucking up. Include CMath, SDL, TTF. You have to set up the SDL, TTF extension library. Like before, it's just a matter of having the header files. Oh, I need to install a new shit? Texture wrapper. mTexture, hold on. Control F, mCurrent sprite, not there, okay. Not there, okay. Not there, okay. What? But that's there. L button sprite. It is defined. Yeah, it's right here. The fuck? Bro, slow the fuck down. Get on my level, son. I got things to fix. So what's wrong here? Unknown override specifier on this line. Oh, I misspelt it. Sorry. Oh, wow. Okay, I just saw it the same time you guys did. Ah, split. It doesn't work, but it's better now. Okay, now we have M current sprite is an unknown override specifier. So what is L button sprite? It's a 4-byte enumerator. No, it's still wrong. It's left button. Oh, it is sprite. Oh shit. Right, sprite, not spite. Oh my god, it's starting to happen. Called it out earlier, you just weren't paying attention. I was not paying attention. Is that why everyone was like, he's gonna fuck up and he's gonna be mad? So then M current sprite. So this error C3646, this has an unknown override specifier. Oh, sorry, this does. And then does not support default imp, undeclared identifier. So it seems like it's all related to this not being defined. M current sprite. I wonder what that means. Because we are defining it, right? Harry, we don't want you to fail. It's okay. You're doing great. I'm not mad. It's part of development. So something is wrong with this M current sprite variable. Maybe not a variable, but it is kind of a variable. What's going on here? When you go delete code, you could always comment out the code in case you actually do need it. Is that a hint? The one. Thank you for following, by the way. I saw you earlier. Build the project. Most of them will go away. I can't. It declines. What does L button sprite declare? Well, it declares M current sprite, right? That is the term. Oh, does it need to be like heart? No, that's right. Currently used global variable, M current sprite, which is... Oh, did I forget to declare a global variable? Fuck global variables. No, I didn't. M current sprite, L button sprite, L button sprite, M current sprite. So we have an enumerator, L button sprite here, right? Yeah, and it's spelled the same. It's here. This is an enumerator defining 5 numbers, which is why it's a 4-byte integer, right? So, or 4 bytes. So then we define this as M current sprite. So this can be any number of things. So maybe that? No, that doesn't work. L button sprite is fine. Just build the project, please. I can't. Here, watch. There were build errors. Would you like to continue and run the last successful build? That does not. That means it didn't work. In C++, you should declare it before. Oh, motherfucker. These goddamn enumerators. Thank you. See, chat, that's that good shit. Thank you. Sorry, we have to declare the enumerator before we actually use it. Okay, haha. I get it. Oops, sorry, I forgot a... No, that's right. Now we're missing... The fuck? Now we're missing semicolons everywhere. Wait, what? No, these don't need semicolons. Right? If this, then this. You don't need another semicolon like here, right? Yeah, that doesn't work. What the fuck? Wait, who followed? Oh, Taxman Rex! Cause I'm the Taxman, or no, fuck. Wait, how does that Beatles song go? That's like my favorite album too. I love Revolver. Oh man, Tomorrow Never Knows. Mwah! That's that good shit. Also, my Wi-Fi is poor because of the Texas frost. Dragonkin, it's cold here too. It's like actually 0 degrees outside right now. Fuck Californians, you people in your good goddamn weather. You need to move int x, y out of the if. What? Oh! Oh! You know what? I bet that's what they did too. Oh they did hide it in the if statement. Oh wait, does this all go in the if statement? Oh my God, I'm a moron. I just saw it. No, Brownie man, we have it backwards. These are in the if statement, but so is all this shit. Backspace, backspace. This all ends in the if statement. That is correct. Wow, that is so complicated. That was such an easy thing to miss. All of this is only active if this statement is true, which is the mouse is fucking around somewhere. Okay, wow, that is so complicated. And it doesn't work. What's wrong? mCurrent sprite is an undeclared modifier because I spelt it wrong. I said spite, my bad. Build errors. Global sprite sheet texture is an undeclared. Okay, that's fine. That's expected. And then G buttons is an undeclared. Yeah, so this global buttons and global sprite sheet textures are both one, a class, two, a function within that class, or well, whatever. It's something that's still there. Now everything works. It's just these need defined. So can we get away with not using it? And I think we can. Can we do something like L button array X is equal to handle events here? And then we have L button render defined as, oh fuck, SDL rect? Can I just build my own render engine right now? SDL rect. Oh no, it's rendering it. Fuck, can I just render copy? I guess that's fine. Wait, did we just SDL render copy this? It's kind of cheating, but SDL render copy. No, this won't work. No, it won't. Fuck, I need to define these. All right. Oh, painful chat. It's painful. Okay. Okay, well. Okay, now let's go to, I'm guessing it's gonna be rotation and flipping. Okay, what are we looking for? G buttons is not there. Never mind. It's under true type fonts. Is not there. Mouse events is here. What the fuck? Wait, where am I getting this from? Alpha blending? Wait, I defined it here today? When the fuck did I define G buttons? The first mention of it is even here. Clip rendering? No shot. No, we did this. Yeah, no, we did this tutorial. No, we did clip rendering. We did color modulation. Doesn't work. We did not do alpha blending. That's where we stopped, because that's like transparent textures like overlapping each other, you know? We didn't do that. That doesn't work. How interesting. Did we miss something? Is there something here I should be doing? If defined, load from rendered text, blend mode, alpha, set color, none of those matter. Void render. I am so confused. Do I just need to make it? Is it like, here, dumbass, make your own render engine now? G button sprite sheet texture. Okay, well, let's go to sprite sheets. Okay, L texture, global sprite sheet texture. Okay, that's new. This goes under the L texture thing. Oh, there it is right there. What the fuck? Did I delete it? Oh my God, I must have deleted it. Oh, I totally deleted it. Global sprite sheet texture, load from file. Yeah, I deleted something. Fuck. At least it works. At least now it works. We know it works. Okay, I just deleted shit in my effort to clean this up. Okay, fuck everything else. We're ready to start. Okay, we're gonna make this goddamn game today. All right. Fuck using this. All right, delete everything. This is the exam. All right. Woo. Fuck everything else. We're gonna make a goddamn game right now. All right. Hashtag include SDL.h. Hashtag include, because we need it. SDL image. Fuck. SDL image. There we go. Dot header. Hashtag include studio.h, and that's it. Okay. So, we're gonna make a video game. So, Gary, you may want to learn Git or something. Yeah, how about you get out of my fucking ass with your lectures? We're gonna make this shit now. All right, let's organize our thoughts here. We're gonna have a few things. We're making Click the Banana. It's gonna be, okay, let me draw this in paint. Flashbang. Okay, so this is the game that we're gonna make right now, okay? We're gonna make Click the Banana. Click the Banana, what it's gonna be is, I'm debating whether or not we're gonna keep score. We should keep score. There's gonna be score X. Then there's gonna be a 5, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5. There's going to be a 5 by 5 array of images. They're going to default to apple. All of them are going to be apples all around. At random, a banana will appear on one of the apples. Your job is to click it. When you click it, you get +1 on the score. The banana then gets placed somewhere else, and an apple takes its place. And then you count up. If you click something else, if you click an apple, you lose the game. That's Click the Banana, okay? Super basic. But the important thing is it actually tests every single thing we've learned so far in SDL, short of like sprite sheets, but that was trivial. That was easy to understand. It's more like, do we understand how to use game logic and then implement the framework of SDL into our game logic, right? It's super simple to make a 2D array with like randomly appearing things on some shuffle function, okay? Or some shuffle feature, I don't know what you call it. But to actually implement images is where it gets difficult, because we need to care about the width of the screen. Like, do we make the width of the scoreboard the width of the screen? Yes, but we don't want it to be the whole screen because we need the score on the top, right? So I think that's what we do. I think that's the game. And it gets faster with each click. If you fail, it jump scares you. I don't think we're gonna go that far, Geargate. We don't need to get fancy. We can make the game better. Chat, I have a question about game philosophy in terms of like how you guys program. Because I'm gonna ask you guys programmers, right? Because if you're watching this, you're probably a programmer. Is it better to make an ambitious game and then do it badly and learn from the process, or to make a simple game and make it the best you possibly can? Which one do you guys think is the better option? I think making a simple game the best you possibly can is better, but I don't know what you guys think. Both? It's choice, really. Lamau. Make a simple game badly? Well, listen, smart ass, it's your first day here. Calm yourself, okay? Jump in at the deep end? It's a matter of preference. You can learn from both. See, what I'm thinking is that when we make Click the Banana, what I want, chat, is I kind of want to play a game with you. Not a video game, but like, I want you guys to be like the client. I want to make Click the Banana and then have you guys say, oh, by the way, add this feature that you didn't plan for. I think that would be good practice, because one, I can't possibly plan around what you guys suggest, right? You're the client. But I think it also is good for me as long as you request something simple, because it not only teaches me like, hey, this is something that can be requested, you should kind of account for this, but it also teaches me how to do that thing. So like what Geargate suggested was, hey, add a timer, and if you don't do it within a certain time, you lose the game. Like, that's something I didn't even account for, but I was like, okay. The trick is just make as many games as you possibly can, quantity over quality. Is that true? I think I learn better if I do like one project that's simple in scope, but then you make it the best quality it can possibly be. Usually that's how I learn things. Because I mean, when you're in college and you need to write essays, are you really writing like, would you learn more from writing 30 essays or writing 2 essays that you make as best you can? Like, I think you learn more from making 2 essays, right? The trick is just to make as many games as you possibly can. The real thinking is that you can code well in the first instance is borderline stupid. Well, I know that, but that's why I want you guys to add features. And I think that's the best way for us to learn, right? If you learn C++ for 6 months, I would say try to write a game engine. If you learn C++ for 2 weeks, I'd say write a simple game. Is there a difference? You don't write a game engine for every game. You know, there's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all engine. You write it based on the game, right? Otherwise, you end up with like shovelware on Steam where it's like Rock Simulator. If you do a simple game well, you will already get the whole game making experience with less time. This is like the latest Doug video, but hard way? Oh. Interesting. I have no idea who you're talking about. 30 essays? False. 2 essays. Comparing coding to essay is wild. It's a skill. Writing essays is hard. It's a skill you learn, right? Interviewing somebody is a skill you learn. VTubing is a skill you learn. I happen to have... What are we at now, chat? How much have I even streamed? 3 hours a day for 2 years and 4 months every day. I'm saying every day. We had the rare day off, but I also streamed long some days, so I'm balancing it out. So I'm gonna say, what, 5,000, 6,000? No, more than that. Oh my God, how many thousands of hours? Let's find out right now, chat. Let's go. Let's see how much I've streamed. Hold on, before we start. 1 second. Analytics, overview. Okay, let's look at everything. Oh, if you guys have never seen a streamer's analytics, here you go. Let me scroll down so you guys see the whole thing. I'm pretty open about this kind of thing, so I don't mind if you guys see some of this. Oh my God, I gotta zoom out. Hold on. Jesus. Okay, hold on. Boom. Oh my God, chat, I hate being a bad streamer. Okay. There we go. Okay, so maximize, zoom in. There we go. Okay, so this is everything. Now let's go from today's date all the way back to October of 2021, 21st. Okay. I was gonna load a lot of data. All right, so we have streamed 2,104 goddamn hours. Holy shit. Oh my God. 2,100 hours. I've made $1,712. There has been a total of 766 subscriptions. This also includes renewing. I've had a max viewers of 41, but you can see very recently, look how well our programming streams have done. Look at that huge spike we're having. It's like exponential growth. Isn't that wild? You guys love your programming. This is by far the highest average viewership I've ever had, by the way. It's wild. In fact, instead of average viewers, this is my average viewers. You might as well look at max. If we look at unique chatters, maybe? What's a good one here? Time streamed, minutes watched. You guys have almost watched 100,000 minutes. Holy shit. The fuck are you guys doing with your lives? Oh, here we go. Ad breaks. Oh, wait, I've made an ad break? 7 minutes? Oh, I must have tried out some automated shit. Yeah, because I've never pressed the ad button. Revenue, that's split across everything, including, by the way, if you have Twitch Turbo, I actually make money on that when you watch me. I'll have you know I made 4 cents one day doing that. Oh, and then this needs to switch to what? Follows? Oh my God, look at the follows. Yeah, you guys love your programming streams, don't you? Anyway, that's click the apple. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna make that right now. You're trapped in the programming Twitch category forever now? Well, I like it. I don't know. I think it's fun as shit. People like watching it. Gary, every single question you ask about programming, unless it's about the basic syntax, is going to have at least 2 mutually exclusive answers. Now that's based. All right. Am I using it right? All right. So here's what we're thinking. We're gonna plan our shit out before we actually make it. We're gonna have, let's do int main here. So, we're gonna have, how do we want to frame this, chat? I don't even know how to like ghost program or whatever you call it. All right. So we're gonna have our initialization. Then we're gonna have initialization includes the board and everything, right? I'm trying to think of like the step-by-step. Then we have game loop. Then we have close. That's like the basic 3 steps, right? Above it, we're gonna have a class for game board, or I guess board is the way we're gonna call it. We're gonna have a class for textures. We're gonna have a class for score. And then we're gonna have a class for user input, which I guess we'll just call input of some kind. Nah, we'll say user input, fuck it. It's easier for me to understand. User input. And those are like the 4 classes I'm gonna need, right? By the way, when I say a lot of this out and I say a question, it's more rhetorical than anything. And you guys can be like, no, that's just, it's helpful if you guys tell me if I'm in the completely wrong direction so we don't waste time. Yeah, I bet those League streamers liked it during the first few months as well. What? Oh, geez. So these are our classes, right? This is our classes. These are functions. Functions? Functions. Well, these aren't functions. These are like steps in the program. That's not fair. We shouldn't call it that. So let me think here. So we might as well just have it now where it's like void initialize there. Void game loop. And then void close. This category is hard to maintain in. Burnout is real shit. I haven't felt burnout so far, but maybe because we're learning so much. I have a challenge for you. Don't use a global variable. Okay, what's up? I'm glad I said this before it even started. We're gonna have one global variable, and it's not even a variable. It's because I don't want to have a render function for every fruit and score and board and initializing. We're gonna have, because this is a very small scope of a game, we're gonna have SDL render. Fuck. Is it render? SDL. Hold on. Hold on. SDL surface. Okay, where's my G renderer? It's not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. What? Should be here. Oh. Oh my god. What? Where's my global renderer? Okay, there's my constants. SDL, surface, screen surface. Where's my global renderer? How the fuck do I render anything? Screen surface. I don't want to print surfaces. This must be GPU accelerated then. Based. Okay, renderer. Okay. So the only exception I'm going to make for this is the is SDL renderer. G renderer. That's the only global function we're going to have. And the only reason I'm doing that is because we're going to need to render a bunch of different images in different functions in different classes. That's the only global thing we're going to have. Okay, maybe resolution, but maybe not. I don't know. What you learned so far is use member function .render. Now you don't want to write render for each class, so something new. What you learned so far is use member function .render. Not necessarily. We're rendering from the GPU, and having global renderer there means I can do something like render copy, SDL render copy, reference the global renderer, and then render whatever texture we're going to use. So load texture or whatever we point to, at new texture, something like that, right? That's the advantage of having a global renderer, and it's just nice just to have it for the scope we're doing it. Not global, you can do it? Oh god, Chad, are we really not having a global renderer? Do you realize how complicated that's gonna be? That means I'm gonna need like a fucking, like Apple, sorry, not Apple. It would be void, Apple, boom, boom, colon. No, it's not even that. It's gonna be fucking, oh god, it's gonna be texture render? No, it's gonna be even worse than that. It's gonna be texture Apple render, because we're gonna have classes and classes, aren't we? And then we render that, and then we're gonna have like void texture banana. Oh no, we wouldn't. This is shitty, isn't it? It's shitty because if they're all rendering under the same thing, why don't we just call it, you know, render and just use that for everything? What? Just pass renderer reference into other functions? Isn't that complicated though? Unless you're saying like in the class of textures, we do something like void render that, and then we pass into another function like Apple, oh god, copy image. How the fuck do we pass a render unless we like reference it in like the main thing? Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more sense. So what you're saying is under game loop or whatever, we would reference, you know, apple.render whatever. Yeah, like set renderer, SDL renderer, M renderer. Oh, and then put that under private in the class, right? What's up? And then we would, I think we would have private on that, right? And then we would have a function that says when you render Apple, set M renderer equal to apple.png or however we grab that function. Oh, we're so good. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're good. Thank you. Okay, no global variables. Okay. You could even do it from a superclass. Let's get classes down and we'll worry about superclass, all right? So, well, I guess the first things first is we copy a few things. So copy, paste, these are always gonna do it. Paste. Might as well do this now, huh? All right. So every time we load a pointer that is not being declared null in the function above, I think we have to close it. So things like loaded surfaces and shit, which is fine. Okay, so we need, I guess the first things first is we need to initialize. Now in SDL, in order to initialize, we have to have a window created of a certain size, which means we need to, we're not going to declare an if statement. We're just going to create SDL window, a type used to identify a window, window event, window. I'm trying not to look up tutorials as I do this so I understand here. Window full screen, window foreign, window borderless. Oh shit. Wow, there's so many cool functions. Window Vulkan. Oh, based. Borderless, always on top. Windows piece of shit centered. Windows flagged. No, we don't need a window event. I think it's just SDL window, isn't it? Show window, set window size. Oh, okay, hold on. Raise window, maximize window, get window size. It's been so long. It's been like a week since we've created. Oh, create window. Oh, shit. Okay, my bad. My bad. Okay, create a window with a specified position. Okay, so we need a constant character. We need a title. The title of this is going to be, click the banana. Then we display an int, X and Y, width and height. X and Y is always going to be 0, or I guess, no, it is 0, 0. Then it's width being screen width, which we have to define, screen height, which we have to define, and then unit 32 flag, which is a very specific thing we've only ever typed once in my life. Some people get stuck in tutorial hell, others just FAFO. What? May I remind you that you are one who rage quit the tutorial because deleting random code failed to fix your errors? Yeah, because fuck that! Listen, I was justified. A UN32 flag. This is super specific, so I am gonna look this up. This is specific to SDL, so let me just quickly look this up. Hello SDL. Getting an image on the screen. SDL, create a pointer called window. Make it equal to null. Screen surface equals to null. Window, create window. Oh! The fuck? Okay, well, we'll ignore that for a second. Window, POS undefined. Window shown. SDL window shown. So that's a unit 32? Okay, what is this? Enumerator. SDL window shown equals 4. Window is visible. Oh, I see. So is the window visible? Okay, oh god. Why would you want an invisible window? Wait, when I render something, chat, and like the black screen pops up, that's like the terminal, can I make that invisible, you think? Fuck around and find out? Ooh. Constant global variables are allowed. Those are completely fine. Oh, you saw what was coming, huh? Unit 32 is a positive integer of 32 bits. Okay, based. This, and what do you name for these? This was window position undefined. SDL window position undefined. So what is this? Window position undefined expands to a very long number, 0. So I'm assuming, well, hold on, we'll look at it in a second. Oh, I see. This is the X and Y value. Oh, so we're just saying like it doesn't matter. A pop-up anywhere. Okay, I got you. You made me work on my engine now? I legit hate C++. Why? Because of this? This is based. Okay, so we need to define these terms. But this is saying that when we render it and the window pops up, it can pop up anywhere. It doesn't need to be in any specific place. But could I do like, Oh no, this is referencing windows and shit. If I put 0, 0, it's gonna be in the very top left corner up here, huh? Okay, okay. So let's define a few things. So you're saying screen width and screen height can be global variables, huh? Well, wouldn't it be better if we did something like class screen info, where in screen info we have int x, int y, screen resolution, and in x and y. And then down here we have screen resolution, screen resolution dot x, screen resolution dot y. Would that work? I mean, I have to define these, but I think that's what we have. So int x is equal to what, 800? No, longer than that. Yeah, I'll say 800 for now, to just to test. 800 by 1000. So that renders a window. So this does not work. It does not work. Because missing a semicolon before this. Oh. Does not work because a void should be preceded by a semicolon. Oh, because of these are empty. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Who followed? Oh no, you didn't follow, you gifted a sub. Tic Tac Boom! It's your first day, what are you gifting subs for? Katana Steel, enjoy your sub. Oh man, that's gonna pay for half my lunch tomorrow, thank you. Oh man, I'm going to Subway, boys. Using access specifiers is good practice. Yara, are you saying that what I did is an access specifier, or is that bad? I think this is better than just having global variables, right? You can use constant global variables. Constant in-screen width is allowed. Oh, this should be a struct, sorry. And then this is constant integer. This is better than having global just X and Y value for the screen resolution, right? Oh, thank you for subscribing, Tick Tick Boom. Oh, wow, and then you subscribed yourself. Did you hold on, I'm sorry. Did you accidentally gift a gift sub instead of subbing? That's so cute. Or you gave one away and you're really nice, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Hold on, chat, come here. You guys are really nice today. Come here, chat, come here. Mwah. Don't spend that all in one place. Gary, my other streamer just says thank you. Well, you get kisses here, you sons of bitches. Instructs every variable has public access. Oh, wait, isn't that what I want though? Because we're accessing it from somewhere else, or is this not accessing it? This is just reading the value, isn't it? Okay, my bad. Oh, you guys don't even see this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh God, I'm sorry. There, is that better? I didn't even think you guys couldn't see that. My bad. Sorry, here I am talking away like I know what I'm doing. There, we have X and Y. Now you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize you guys couldn't see it. So we created a window and it's gonna be called click the banana. Okay, sweet. Now, we don't need an if statement unless we want like an error, but I can't see that being an issue right now. So there's a couple of things though. We created the window, but there's no surface, and all we really did was just make a border. So we need to make a surface, but that's not all. This is just a function to create the window, but we're not actually calling it. So we need SDL create. I think we create a surface here, right? RGB surface, create a texture, create window, which we just did. I think we have to create Right? Hold on, I gotta cheat. So this is what we made if everything works. Well, let's try it. Build errors. Uh-oh. SDL create unknown modifier. Sorry, forgot that. Oh, we never returned 0. Return 0 and screen resolution expected an expression instead of a type. Oh, do I need like the address of it? Right? Do I need the address? No, it is int X and Y. Oh. Create window, constant character title, int X, int Y, int W, int H. Do I have to create a rectangle up here and then reference that width and height maybe? Public before constant int X. Oh, so it does need to be a struct, you liars. Chat, you're telling me, no, don't make it a class, make it a struct. Chat. Screen resolution, expect an expression before type. Oh, sorry, I forgot the addresses. Doesn't work because screen resolution expects expression instead of a type. Oh, do I have to actually type public in it? Well, in this case, it is a class. Oh, fuck. Doesn't work because screen resolution expected and create window function does not take 4 arguments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's right. I was trying to explain the difference between classes and structs and now you blame me? It was you! Screen resolution X? No. Because your reference, oh, it's not a method. No, I'm right. .x is, oh no, we need to make an object. Oh, fuck. Oh shit. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm a moron. Screen resolution. Fuck. You know what I'm going to call this? I'm just going to call this, screen create. Screen create is equal to screen resolution, which is only going to take an int and y value. Oh my god, I forgot I had to like declare this shit. And it's going to be the values of x, or maybe 1000. No, we want longer than taller, huh? We want this to be mobile friendly. 800, 1000. Is it an array or squirrelies? I think it's squirrelies, isn't it? Right? It's squirrelies, I think. We want X value first, so 800, 1000, and squirrely, semicolon. Then screen resolution Y, screen resolution X. Did I do this right? Read chat, like what the fuck? Well, the whole point of this chat is I'm learning, okay? This is like my exam. You're not in class and like you're doing the essay and then like the teacher's like, look at the board as I do your essay for you. Like I need to like make my own mistakes, you know? Thank you guys for your patience with me. You can make them static? Isn't constant enough? I mean, at this point, aren't we just making like global variables if I make them static? This works. Screen resolution is an undeclared modifier. What do you mean it's undeclared? Oh, because I put equal sign, my bad. Oh, God. Initializing void functions, returning a value, so I need to get rid of this. Oops. Oh, God. Return 0, delete that, go. Okay, now we have weird issues. Unresolved external symbol SDL main. Unresolved external symbol. I have my includes. Oh, I never actually created the window. This is just the function to create it, but we're not actually referencing anything. Okay. So what do they do here? Calm yourself, chat. It's fine. It's a learning experience. Yes, it is a learning experience. Thank you. It's just, thank you guys for your patience with me as I like take my own test, you know? So what did we do wrong here? We, SDL. So we need to create a pointer SDL window, declare it null, and then make that window equal the value of this function. Oh. And then we're going to create a surface later. Okay. So what I missed is that we needed to SDL window pointer, call it window. I hope this is easy to read. Maybe I can make it a little bigger. So then we call it window. This window is actually going to make this window. Oops, that's insert. I did not want that. And then it's going to be window is equal to, okay, SDL create window. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. Now we have to render it. So now we need our render. So without any other information, how do we render our main window in our initialization function? Oh, yeah, you have that shit. I'm sorry. I still don't quite know what this means, but people always say I should have it. Chat, stop redeeming shit. You got, fine, you get B for 2 minutes because I'm nice and I didn't say anything. I still don't quite know what that means, but cool. All right, you guys get B for like 2 seconds. Is yellow even working? Okay, there, buzz, motherfuckers. Unresolved external SDL main. Okay, so what I need to do yeah, I did this right. Command line arguments, but you don't need to focus on that for now. Int main is not an entry point in this project. The compiler is looking for a specific main entry point. What? You're saying int main without that? Int main without this line doesn't work? Interesting. Okay, anyway, stop. Let me cook, chat. Let me cook. So let me think. How are we going to render this window? Well, without using any global variables, how do we render it? Because normally we would be like SDL render, whatever. So instead of having, maybe we can just create a local renderer. So it would be like, oh, right, we declare things before we use them. SDL create renderer creates a 2D rendering context for a window, taking in a pointer window and a uint32 flag. Okay, well, that's easy. So we're going to call it. Oh, this is create renderer, but we need a pointer renderer to do it. Okay, my bad. So we actually going to call this SDL render, huh? SDL renderer? There we go. SDL renderer. And this is going to be the local renderer. So we're going to call this render. So now we're going to have render is equal to SDL create renderer. Renderer, which is going to take in the value of window, the address of window, and an int index. What does that mean? Genuine question. Do you know how to define and use function parameters? Yes, I do. So int index, what kind of index are we talking about here? Create window. So it doesn't even have the renderer here. We're not really rendering a texture here, are we? Oh God, we're not rendering anything. Fill the surface white, update the window surface. So we have a refresh, screen surface, fill rectangle. Okay, never mind, fuck the renderer. In fact, we're gonna leave the initialization function as is, because I think that's all I need for now. We just have a window, and on this window, with a resolution, we're gonna fuck with shit, okay? When you see red squiggly lines, just mouse over the error and it should be able to figure it out. I don't have any red squigglies, which means I'm right. All right, so that's our initialization function. We're gonna leave that as is for now. Now, we need something to render, which means we need to make a class. All right, let's make a board. I think, now there's two ways we could do this. We could use what we know about GPU accelerated textures and just draw lines from the GPU that stop at a certain position. And that's the harder way to do things, which means we probably have to fucking do it instead of using like a PNG of a board. Oh, okay. Let's do it. I think we just make the board. I think that's where we start, huh? Because if we make the board, no, we don't. We're gonna make the window. Fuck, I need to, oh God, I can't skip the initialization. Basically, the goal is right now, when I click render, it doesn't pop up an error. It pops up a blank white window. That is the goal. And that's gonna really test me here. So we have our resolution, we have a basic border, but what's happening is it's not rendering, because I have a few issues here. I think the initialization function is fine so far, but we're not rendering this. We're creating a surface. So what we need is SDL surface, and we're gonna call this window surface. Window surface is going to be equal to SDL create surface. That doesn't work. Set surface, SDL surface, unlock surface, create texture from surface, convert surface. Do we create surface? I'm trying not to cheat. Get window surface window? The fuck? Wait. I do need to define it though, right? Okay, I was right. SDL surface, window surface. Okay, that's good. That makes sense. Gonna be consistent here. Okay, I did that correctly, but I did the second part wrong. Instead of creating window surface, I should have done is just make it equal to get window surface window. Oh, I made it overcomplicated. This is get window SDL get window surface surface. That's what I was looking for. Okay. And the surface is window. Okay, that's what I was looking for. I thought it was like creating a surface, but that makes sense. My issue is that Gary should be focused on learning C++. No, hold on. Don't all agree with each other. Don't Chad, I look away from you for like 5 minutes and you guys are all circle jerking each other, okay? So here's the deal. Also, why void initializing in main? That's not how you call a function. Okay, listen. Good advice, thank you. So anyway, the reason why we're doing this is, yeah, we're creating the window, but understand that once we have the initialization done and we like draw shit with SDL, we still have to have game logic in there. Why don't we all learn C++ fundamentals first? Excuse me, I do know my fundamentals, sorta, kinda, in like a... Chat, I've been programming for like 40 hours. Give me a break, all right? We're gonna get there. But once I know how to make this surface, like that's all we're doing. Oh, and then we need to print it. Let me just double check here. This is like an exam for everything we learned with STL. This is just the framework. I know that. Okay, so then we have our event shit. Fill rectangle. Oh, and then we have a fill. Okay. So this will indeed be part of the initialization. Basically, it's making the window and the background of the color white. Okay, cool. SDL. Rectangle. This is a 4-point... It's not even a numerator, it's a struct, isn't it? This is never gonna be defined. Can I not? Hello? Okay, it's a struct. Anyway, we're gonna call this not background. I don't want to call it that. We'll call it base background. And it's going to have the values of... Oh, fuck. Did I do that wrong? It was a function. It's so hard to read. I'm trying to get the description up, and sometimes Visual Studio doesn't do that. Okay, SDL rect is just a struct. Okay, thank you. That's what I want. Okay, that's good. It's a struct. We're gonna call it base background. Just copying over solutions is what you shouldn't do. That's what I'm not doing. Your fluency with the language is the problem. Agreed. We'll get there. Chat, it's my first video game, okay? Listen, we're making Click the Banana, not goddamn Vampire Survivors, okay? Let me understand the context of booting from Windows a window, and then we'll do our C++ logic, but we need, like, the groundwork first. Smart asses. Okay, and then this is going to be defined as the values. We need X and Y positions, so 0, 0. Then we're going to need the width and height, which is going to be screen resolution X and screen resolution Y and curly braces, semicolon. And then we're going to need to not print the surface. No, that's right. We're going to need to set the color. SDL update well, we're going to need that in a second. That'll just update the window so it stays. And then SDL color. It's color something. It's color. Try not to look. I'm trying not to look. I'm gonna look. Fill rectangle. Fuck. That's right. It's SDL fill rectangle because we have a rectangle that needs a color. Okay, fine. Okay, I get it. Fill rect, and it's gonna take SDL surface, which is base background. Then it's gonna take a rectangle, which is base background. Fuck me, it needs a surface first. Window surface. It might need a pointer, but we'll worry about that in a second. I know chat's freaking out right now. All right, I get it. Background. And then it's gonna end with a color, which is SDL RGB. Map RGB, which is something 0x FF 0x FF 0x FF, which I think the first one is going to be a null pointer, but we'll come back to that. Okay, and then that's going to need another parentheses. Okay. Then we fill the rectangle, then we update it. Now, we still have an issue where we need to keep the program open with an event, but we'll come back to that in a second. I felt many people get into programming and the first 50 or 100 hours are hard. We're not even there. We're at 45 hours, baby. Oh, yeah. No, I'm getting it. Again, I am very aware, chat, that this is not C++ outside of some weird syntax. I am aware of that, okay? We're just doing the framework of making a window in Windows. But think about it this way, chat. If I was making Click the Banana in base C++ with no framework, where would I be right now, chat? I would still be fucking creating a window, okay? SDL is doing a lot of the low-level work here. I am aware of that, but we still need to know how to use it. You gotta know two things about Gary. He's very stubborn, and if he doesn't wing it, he abandons whatever he's doing. Based. Learning C++ properly? Hell no. We're gonna learn it with a framework, boys. We're making Click the goddamn banana. Okay. So now, it's not enough just to update the Windows surface. We have to keep the program open, but this is where we're gonna call a new function. So that's our initialization function. We can come back there if we need to load anything else. We might put everything related to the board in here in the initialization function when we call it, because we're going to be creating the we're going to be using the GPU directly to draw lines on the image of certain width and using our 2x2D array in order to do that, I think is the way to do it. And then once that's initialized, then we run whatever. So now we need to have keep client open. I'm trying to think, like, this is just going to be event create, or I guess we can just call it game loop. Then we're going to have game loop. Oops. Boop. And then we're going to come down here. We're going to call it void game loop. Oh, wait, do I need to free the surface? Okay, well, hold on. Let's make a close. I need to free that surface we made. Hold on. Good practice. We know our C++. And then we're going to be, we're gonna make window equals, oh no, it's in the initial, it's not a global. Oh, that's a problem. How do we free a null pointer in an initialization function? Or how do we make it null? You don't free that surface, little bro? Coffee Lava, first comment here, and you're telling me what the fuck's up? I don't free that surface? Why? Don't I need to, though, when we close out the program? Because I feel like if we don't, I guess because it's so core to the program, it's fine. I mean, I know we don't have to, but like, how would I free a surface in another function? I guess it would be local to that function then, huh? Hello, where is this tutorial? Oh. This is the SDL framework. This is what we followed. We're at currently like mouse events. I highly recommend this tutorial. It's a little dated, but we worked around it. And with that, we learned a lot of SDL. Now we're actually making our first, you know, quote unquote game, but it's a very, it's Click the Banana. It's a very easy game. You only free surfaces from create surface functions. Oh, and we're not creating a surface. We're getting a surface from the window SDL create window. Okay, based. Okay, I understand. Also, this needs to be the address of window. I'm missing a lot of pointer shit here, aren't I? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's not fine. This should be pointer shit. I'm not using that correctly. Background should be base background. And that is not a pointer. It is a pointer. Oh shit. Okay. Sweet. And that fills the whole rectangle based on this. Okay, sweet. So then we close. We don't need to worry about that then if we don't need to delete anything. So now we need to worry about our game loop, which is how is the game gonna stay open? Well, all we're concerned about right now is just keeping it open. So what we're gonna need is a Boolean quit equals true if quit, well, exclamation point quit, then, so basically while quit is true, run if, we need to make an event, SDL event, E is what we called it. I guess we could stick with E. I guess it's because I'm used to all the syntax with E. If E type is oh, syntax is gonna fuck me. I know what I'm trying to say here. If E, the event E is type not closing, it must be like SDL quit or something. It's something stupid. Where is it? I'm gonna cheat. SDL event E, bool quit equals false. While that's equal to false, same thing. While poll event address of E, what? Wait. Oh. While this is happening. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, my bad. While SDL, what is it called? What a weird syntax. What is it? Poll event. Okay. Never would have got that, but sweet. Poll event, a poll for currently pending events. If event is not null pointer, the next event is removed from the queue and stored in the SDL event structure pointed to by the event. One refers to this event immediately stored in the SDL event structure, not an event to follow. If event is null, oh, okay, I know what this does. Hold on, we're gonna bring out Paint. I'm gonna flashbang you guys. You ready? All right, I know what poll event does. What it does, and I remember talking about this before, is what's gonna happen is imagine this event as like a cup where every time the user does something, we pour water into the cup and there's a certain amount here. Poll event, basically what it does is it's a little hole down here that leaks out water. This leak is the poll event queue. It pulls on whatever's the most bottom water. So even if we pour a ton of water into it, it's still only gonna pull the very bottom of that layer at all times, right? So if we like, so let's say we as a user, let's say we click, we press the A button, we press the space bar button. What's gonna happen is it's gonna render things in that order. It's gonna pull the mouse click, pull the A button, pull the space button, and it's gonna go through that until it equals 0, which is where that's going on, is greater than 0. I'm betting that's exactly what it's gonna fucking say. While that event is going on, if this is quit equals true. Fuck! Okay, but I had the right idea. You guys thought that was cool, right? While this is going on, quit is equal to true. False. Quit is equal to false. Quit is equal to true. So basically, as soon as we press the exit button, it crashes. All right, chat. If everything worked out, okay, if I did everything correctly, what should happen is we're gonna get a white window of resolution size 800 by 1000. Please work. Fuck. All right, build error. All right, where did we fuck up? Oh, there's so many errors. Okay, what's wrong? This. Error. SDL surface at address cannot convert argument 1 from a pointer to this. Local variable. Oh, does it just need window? Oh, because window in itself is a pointer. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay, good advice, good advice. This. Cannot convert argument 1. Oh, I did the same fucking thing. Damn. That's right, these are already, that's a pointer already. Okay, my bad. Update window surface. Function takes in 0 arguments. You need a window, which is window. Okay, this is the last error. Fuck. What's wrong? One unresolved external. SDL learning failed. What? I don't even need that. SDL learning failed. I'm not teaching you AI here. It expects a pointer, but you're passing an address of it? Yeah. Oh, wait, should I be doing star pointer? Is that what's going on? Oh, shit, I'm so dumb. Nope, it actually doesn't want that either. Fuck me. Okay, my bad. Control Shift M. What? Control Shift M. I didn't do anything. Okay, how did you expect that to fix the problem? Oh. Actually colorblind? Oh. Local variable. No suitable conversion function from SDL rect to constant SDL rect exist. So what do you need? You need a constant. Wait, do I need to type like constant? No. Okay, so it does need something here. No suitable conversion function from SDL rect, which is this, to constant SDL rect. So I need to give it a constant, which implies a pointer, right? Oh, because I didn't make it a pointer. Fuck me. Oh my God. I'm so fucking dumb. Oh, Jesus Christ. How are you people watching this stream? Okay, I got it before you said it in chat. That's on record on the stream, okay? No, no. Oh God, chat's screaming. Wait, should it be that? It made this go away. Too many initializer values. Oh, yeah, it does only need 2, doesn't it? Nope, you didn't get it. Fuck. But that rectangle, by the way, a rectangle only needs 2 directions. I was imagining like starting it from on a certain point, but that's not what we need this rectangle for. So what's wrong here? This function cannot convert argument 2 from SDL rect to SDL rectangle pointer. So now we're back to this. I don't think how to make this go away thinks what it means. What you have to do is this. So let me think about this, chat. Hold on. I'm not gonna look at chat. Fuck you guys. All right. I'm gonna be right on this on my own. Okay. So what is it asking for here? The chat says read it. So this fill rectangle function needs in its second argument spot a constant rectangle pointer. This is a rectangle and it's displaying this, but it's a struct. Now this doesn't work. Why? That doesn't work. Oh, because I'm giving it the pointer. Oh, fuck. I need to give it the address, huh? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I half saw that in chat. I think it was Geargate that said it. Thank you for giving me the answer, but at least I sort of came to it on my own. Gary, when you read the error message, read the punctuation. Because you're not dereferencing it. Okay, hold on. SDLL learning.cpp is this project. Unresolved external symbol SDL main. Okay, hint on symbols that are defined that could potentially match. SDL main. Oh, it's this shit. God damn it. SDL main void. Fatal error. Fatal error. What does that mean? Yes, remove. Yes, remove. Packages. I don't think that matters. Why don't you show us the output? Oh, that's a good move. Thank you. Yeah, we'll just call this the output screen. Okay, so this is the error I get. You're gonna see the name John there. It's actually Gary. I don't know what you guys are seeing. So this is the error. So build started here. Error link 2001 unresolved external symbol SDL main. What's up said? SDL main is stupid. Why not const the argv? What? No, just having that's the answer? Hold on. Chat, I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do at work tomorrow? I'm gonna like research everything that goes in the change main to int SDL main? Wait, there's no int main in this program. It's SDL main? Fuck you. Okay, well, it worked for like half a second. Okay, so something is wrong with the event then. Okay, so something is wrong with the event. So that worked. What SDL main? The other program didn't have SDL main. Where did I fuck up? So it had int main, initialize, load media, blitz surface. Okay, this is just, we want hello SDL. We want the basic bitch. How to create a window. Okay, include, screen hit, screen width, height, int main, SDL pointer, surface pointer. We have both of those. Okay. Null pointer. All right, let's be specific. Null pointer. If SDL initialize whatever. Okay, we did that. Window equals SDL create window. We did that. Window position undefined. Window position undefined. Screen width, screen height. SDL window shown. Did that. Get window surface. Surface equals get window surface. We did that. Fill rectangle. Window surface. We did that. Null. RGB. Screen surface format. Oh. Oh. Window surface. Oh, I didn't know we could do that. Format. Okay, that's something we missed. Okay, that's better. We're on the right track. Value. Update window surface. We did that. Then we have the event. SDL event E. Quit equals true. Oh, I fucked up the loop. Oh, I figured it out. This should be false. Fuck. While quit is equal to false. Something's wrong here. While SDL poll event address of E, if E type equals SDL quit. If E, this is where the type comes in. SDL quit. Ooh, is it capital or lowercase? It's capital. Oh, I fucked up the goddamn event loop. Okay, well, shit. Run. Doesn't work because I'm missing a semicolon. Oh, shit. Oh, chat, I'm so dumb. The double star in main, or which is supposed to be like that. Wicco, sorry, I'm deliberately not paying attention to chat right now. Chat, why was I stuck on B that entire time? New people coming in like, oh shit, he's a goo boy. what have you guys been talking about? You said quit equals true as soon as you get any event. But don't I want it to be that way? Oh. So start quit equals false while quit equals false. Run this event if E type SDL quit equals true. So what the idea here is, right, is that while the program is on, we default to on. And as long as E type is SDL quit, meaning I close out of the program. Oh, E dot type. Oh, chat, I can't read syntax. Missing a parentheses. E dot type is equal to value of quit. Okay, we got it. Now it's up. Oh my God, we did it. Holy shit. Oh my God. Okay, now we need the color white, which I think is gonna be this, I hope. Well, I mean, it tried. Okay. Holy shit, we actually did it. Okay. Wow, we have a window. Jesus Christ. Took forever. Huh. Man, that event. Also, E is not a pointer. Yeah, I found that out. Okay. Holy cow. We have a window. It's called Click the Banana. Oh my God. It's great. Now we get to the fun part. All right. So we have our game loop. God, I almost want to just put that all in the initialization thing, but I know we shouldn't. So basically, before this here, this is our game logic. Everything goes here. So I'm almost tempted to just decouple that again, but this is fine. So now we have a window. We have sizes we can change. It's super easy to change the resolution. Oh my Lord. Okay. The base background needs 2 zeros in the construction. The base background needs 2 zeros in the construction. No, it doesn't. Rectangle base background, that's only takes 2 resolutions. You have your X value and your Y value, which is the size of the rectangle. This is not a render, where the render would care about where the rectangle is placed on the screen. In this case, we're printing, or we're not even printing, we're just declaring this exists. It's fill rectangle at this location. Oh, no, that's right. I am right. Shit, you're right. Oh, you're right. Oh, fuck, I was. God damn it. Okay, never mind. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Who said that? Tick, tick, boom. Look at you coming in here, subbing, telling me why I'm wrong. God. Also, I'm lagging. I'm lagging. Boom. I'm a dumbass. Look at that. We have successfully created a window. I think this is a good resolution. Hold on. Let me show you the whole, let me show you the whole thing here because you guys don't see it. Make that small. Make that really big. Okay, so this is, I know you guys have a hard time seeing this because of my ultra wide. This is the size of the game. I think that's fine. And the reason why is because I made it 1000 by 800 is now the game board can just be 800 by 800 and start 200 pixels down, you know? I think that's fine. We could all make it relative too. Well, I guess not. I guess I can make it mobile friendly, but like that's so obnoxious. I'm not gonna make this game on goddamn mobile, all right? Little tip, before trying to prove people wrong, just check if you're not chatting shit first. Oh, buddy. You are new here. Buddy, what is stubbornness if not Gary incarnate? Getting pretty late for me. Have a good stream. See you later, Geargate. Oh, we are running pretty late today. Okay, here's the deal. This is our base. We're gonna make the game tomorrow, okay? This is a good start. Now we're past the syntax. Well, not even syntax. I learned a lot. Because it's one thing to do a tutorial where it's one thing to follow a tutorial where that kind of tells you what to do step by step. But now that I'm doing this on my own, I think I've learned more in the last 30 minutes than I have copying the entire first third of our tutorial. Okay. I learned a lot about like pointers and not even pointers. Sorry. I learned a lot about the syntax of pointers and when to use the address, and then kind of how to define event types. So tomorrow, you guys are just seeing pure game dev, okay? No tutorials, none of this referencing shit. At this point, it's just game logic and class creation and C++ and all that shit. No tutorials tomorrow, Brownie Man. None, all right? I just want C++ programming. Okay, that's all I want right now. Okay, I'm craving it. I am starving for it, okay? SDL framework, fantastic. But I want to make a video game, okay? So that's the plan, all right? Everybody, I have 30 viewers right now. For all the new people here, hi, I'm Gary the Goo Boy, and I stream every single day at 4:30 p.m. PDT. All right? PST. Right now it's 8:08 p.m. I stream at 4:30 p.m. my time. Why don't I raid? Is there anyone to raid right now? I know who we're gonna raid. All right, fine, you convinced me. We're gonna raid Casca. Casca is another VTuber. He is super cool. So everyone, have a good night. Have a good evening. Say hi to him. And that'll be everything. See you later, alligators. Goodbye. I love you. Mwah.